Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to Track Limits Racing. Once again, we are at another fantastic round of the Sports Car Championship. What's that? No, this is right. All right, well, we're at Barber Motorsports Park is where we're actually at. Belay any of the information that you see on the screen of the Circuito de Navarra or round number that apparently just didn't take. We're back. Once again, I'm Fettuccini, joined once again by Phil and Logan. Welcome, guys.
Hello.
Hello, sir. Yeah.
How are you all doing this evening?
Doing pretty good. Yeah. Ready to watch some sports car racing around Barber Motorsport Park. It's going to be a tight, twisty circuit. I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
Did a few laps here last night. It is very, very difficult to get some of these cars pointed in the right direction.
That seems to be consensus from what I've seen in practice. Well, hopefully that qualifying in the race maybe keeps these cars going the right direction a little bit further. Taking a quick look at the lap times before we get into qualifying with just a few minutes left of practice. Just over a minute lap times for the LMP3s. I think this is probably one of the biggest gaps I think I've seen between the front runners of each class all season in terms of relative pace. But I think with how twisty the circuit is, that prototype downforce really comes into play for those guys.
Yeah, I think it's good to point out for the audience at home that we're not burying the lead here. The LMP3s are genuinely faster than the GT3s this time, so it's gonna be kind of like more normal sports car series racing from what you've seen in past weeks. But yeah, I think the lap times kind of like where they are right now. It's crazy right now, especially when you start to look at the timing sheets and you start to see some names that kind of jump out. Like Gian Cardoso currently sitting on top of LMP3 with an 18.16. So
yeah, only 300 though between him and Nathaniel Baker, and then from him to Vincent LaRue is another 300 seconds. So less than a tenth between all of our podium sitters in LMP3 right now.
Meanwhile, points leader Jaden Ledbetter down there in 7th is probably going to have to put in some work if he's going to try and move up the leaderboard. But I mean, that's the other thing too. That's really awesome when you look at the LMP3. I mean, everybody's in the 18th.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's just what end of the 18th they're on.
Yep, it's pretty crazy. But yeah, I think as we get to the end of this season, like it's just going to be fun to see how it all shakes out. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Absolutely. We have 2 more weeks of this round number 7 here at Barber Motorsports Park, and then I believe we're rounding out the season closer. I don't remember where that one happens at.
It's gonna be Indy.
Yeah, the Indy road course, which I think is like we have the perfect machinery for that. I think you get any faster and it just becomes like not a fun place to drive.
Oh, I mean, it's a fun track. I mean, it's probably the least fun pit lane in existence.
Well, yeah, it's true.
You feel the passage of time. But yeah, it's going to be very exciting. And anybody that wants to see Retro Coffin turn into his final form, be sure and tune in next week, because once that man touches like Indianapolis Motor Speedway, he sprouts wings and like machine guns and stuff. It's gonna be wild.
Yeah, and then has a red tail hawk cry, which people pass off as an eagle cry, but eagles don't actually screech like that. But that's neither here nor there. It's an important detail.
It is, and details matter. Remember that at home, folks. Details matter. Speaking of details, are we still on replay?
We're on live, at least as far as I'm
weird.
Now. Why?
Weird. It is still showing as replay on my end.
Interesting.
It's being weird, but it is probably just my interface for all I know.
That's possible. Yep.
Anyway, just gonna catch up with some folks in chat. We did get a lot of follows. What do we reckon, boys? From I'm guessing that's Australian Simulations. What do we reckon, boys? Should I quali or no? I'm feeling like no quali at Barber wouldn't be a bad idea. If you're in LMP3 and you don't quali, you're my hero. It's going to make lap 1 so chaotic. That said, if you're like, you know what? I'm in GT4, no quali. That's probably a good strategic plan. So I think that's that's possible. The only downside to that is it is going to kind of like put you in a situation where you're probably going to have to make some passes in the heat race. Otherwise, your feature is going to be tough. But yeah, I'd say go with your vibes, man.
Yeah, second overall in GT4 AM. I believe it'd probably be good quality by that point, from what it sounds like. You only have a couple hundredths as well, it looks like, between yourself and William Lewis, so just do it. GN's forcing us to hydrate. I hope you all brought water.
I didn't bring water, but I can go acquire some, or I can just jump in the shower real quick. Either or.
Either way. Feeling no quality. All right. Yeah. Well, as drivers are coming into pit lane to get the driver briefing underway, why don't we take a quick rundown of our standings, our last week to looking at them before drop rounds get applied and we get into the final shootout for the podium spots and championship deciding races that need to happen or should happen in the final round at Indy. While we're there, if I can hit the buttons, there we go. Ideally, we'll start out with LMP3 here, which will be Jaden Ledbetter sitting at the top of the order with 263 points. Scott Fleming only 10 points behind with 10 points behind with 257. And behind him, Mark Coyne rounding out that podium with 229, Michael Lively 211, and they're going to reset because we moved sessions. Gian Cardoso Michael Lively and Gian Cardoso rounding out that top five. Jack Wilkins, Mike Bowen, Vincent LaRue, as well as Benjamin O'Shea, and a couple more, if I remember correctly. Okay, well, it's going to duplicate them. So Paul Miles, Griffin Ormond, and then Christian, I want to say that's Julian. We'll find out.
Julian. Yeah, it is. Yeah. It is Julian.
Okay, cool. Well,
what is with this interface today?
Oh, man. Let's just reload it.
It's fine. It's fine.
It's fine. Everything's fine. That's LMP3 and how it currently stands. Big races we're looking at tonight to set drivers up for the final shootout that I'm catching. Obviously, that battle up at the top between Scott Fleming and Jaden Ledbetter. However, that grouping can be closed or opened between the two of them, I think will be really important, especially as neither have missed a race week. So those points are only going to get kind of smushed together with the rest of the field that has missed a couple. Any other ones that I'm missing from y'all that you guys are excited about in the LMP3 field?
I mean, GM being on top of the time sheets, I'm wondering what he can do. Can he take it to, can he take it? Because, I mean, if you think about it, like 194 is not that far from 229. And if we're calculating drop rounds and Jaden and Scott get shuffled closer to Mark Coyne, Mike Lively, then GN could potentially be in it to be a spoiler. So that could be interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Jack Wilkins and Mike Bowen seem like they're having a pretty close battle for sixth place. There's only a handful of points, 5 points behind between them. So that should be a good one to watch.
Yeah, I'm taking a look at the rest of those. I think those are going to be the trio, I think, of battles is where GN finishes out this week, as well as Jaden, Scott, Jack, and Mike Bowen are going to be the battles to watch. Phil, GT3 standings, how are they looking?
They're looking very interesting right now. Retro Coffin on top. Captain America is in first place with 267 points, with Tommy Kogan with 243, Ethan Hamlet with 203. But the thing that we're going to have to factor in there is what are the drop rounds going to look like? Retro's probably going to get pulled a little bit closer to Ethan, and Ethan's been pretty quick around here. So I'm very interested to see how this shakes out. So we've got, after Ethan Hamlet, we've got Kyle Potter, Kerry Noland, 4th and 5th, respectively, with Bruno Clemente, Sean Sullivan, Anthony Newman, Brandon Potts, and Austin Green are your top 10. And we got some others. We got Nick Alvarado, Steve McLean, relative newcomer, as well as Anthony Hutchison. So I'm pretty interested to see kind of how that mid-pack battle is. I mean, if you take a look at Kyle Potter all the way down to, I mean, to be honest, Kyle Potter down to Brandon Potts is still a pretty tight coupling or a tight grouping. So it could be pretty interesting going into the final round. So we'll see how it all shakes out.
I think it's one of the ones I would love to see how the drop rounds shuffle that order up, especially that tie for 5th between Kerry Nolan and Bruno Clemente, but really all of them, how the drop rounds affect them all, and I either bunch them up or spread them out, and where we see that final shootout for those drivers in the mid pack. Also interesting to see how much the drop rounds impact Retro Croft, and if it brings that Ethan Hamlin back into that podium and championship fight for the title at the final race here at IndyCar. Logan, GT4 Pro. I believe you've got that one
Pro
on lock, right?
We have, Tyler Torville is in first with 277. Tanner Schiffner is in second with 234. Henry Garcia, Lee Wu, Nathaniel Redmond, Corey Lobner in sixth. Matt Pyle in seventh. Mike Gallant, eighth. Stephen Wallace, Jake Hewitt, Ryan Buchanan, and Andrew Mateus round out the GT4 Pro.
Awesome. What battles are you looking at here in GT4 Pro?
Well, Tyler Torville's been running away with it pretty much all season long, but there is only 20 points separating Tanner Schiffner and Henry Garcia, so that one should be good. I mean, those two have been around each other all season, along with Nathaniel Redmond, so those are going to be some people to watch.
Yeah, that is that's kind of where I'm at. The two of those, Tyler Torville, Henry Garcia, have been together pretty consistently from race to race. So what that tells me is I think the pace between them, between the top three, relatively close. I'd actually put the top 5 in there because I do think Nathaniel Redmond, Lee Wu are running kind of in similar company with Tyler Torville, Tanner Schiffner, Henry Garcia. But again, as those drop rounds get calculated, I think it's going to be Tyler getting pulled down closer to Tanner. And I think if the last 2 rounds are dramatic for Tyler or Tanner, I could see Lee Wu or Nathaniel Redmond moving in to capture a podium spot, which will be interesting. Yeah, I think the interesting thing there is too. The thing I think that's interesting there is when I go back and look through the data, the one that I've got my eye on mostly is going to be Tanner. Tanner, he's got some pretty consistent results and
very consistent.
And and again, it's just one of those things where when the drop rounds start to pull people together, I'm just kind of curious if consistent results are going to be the thing that's going to be the big determining factor. We'll have to wait and see.
Fantastic. And now for my favorite class, which I think will be, once again, one of the more interesting ones to follow at the end of the season, GT4M. Leading us off, Christopher Blue with 199 points, William Lewis in second with 165. I got to imagine the drop rounds for this grouping of cars is going to, I think, bring them all into a pretty tight battle for the championship spots, with only 3 points separating Jameson and William for those 2 steps of the podium, plus with Christopher Blue, I think, having pretty outstanding rest of the season. But all 3 of them have no races missed at this point. So those drop rounds, I think, are going to impact them a little bit harder than the rest of the field, with Eduardo Zamora and John Newman rounding out that top 5. Eduardo only being 10 points behind Jameson, really still in that fight, I think, for the podium spots as well. John Newman, I think, a little bit further back as a result, but I think he's at least definitely has the option to get some momentum there. Todd Torville, Oscar Brown, Mark Robeson, David Schneider, as well as Dave Lively round out the top 10 in that championship battle for GT4M. And then we have Carlos Guzman rounding out our 11 drivers that have championship standings at this point. We have a whole host of new faces as well on the grid tonight, which I think will make for some fantastic driving here in the near future. What other battles am I missing in GT4M that y'all are excited about?
I mean, the consistency with Christopher Blue, I think next season we're gonna have a conversation on like when we move in Christopher Blue up to pro, because he had really good fights last season, walked away with the championship there.
Yeah.
He is, I mean, it is not locked for him right now.
No.
So there is still some opportunities. But yeah, the battle between the top four, it's going to be interesting. And then looking at just like the middle pack from Todd Torville all the way down, there's still a lot of opportunities for that grouping to shuffle themselves around. So I think there's still a lot to watch.
Fantastic. Logan, thoughts?
Oh, he pretty much covered it. I mean, Christopher Blue, battling with him is always good. It's always clean. I think that he would be a great addition to the pro lineup next season if it gets to that point.
Well, I mean, right now he's at 199 points, which is 3 points ahead of Lee Wu, who is currently 4th in GT4 Pro.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And they're all scored off of 1 point roster for finishes. So,
yeah, that is something also to like comment for the folks at home that has been very interesting in my opinion this season is the thing to look at when you're looking at the GT4 AM GT4 Pro points totals is these standings have been so intermixed.
Yeah.
From like in previous seasons, we've had a solid delineation between GT4 Pro, GT4 AM. This season, that is not true. These classes have been far more mixed together, and I think really the big factor to take away from there is just the size of the field. The racing is really close, even between GT4 AM, GT4 Pro, and somebody has a bad race in GT4 Pro, all of a sudden they find themselves shuffled down the order. And then somebody has an absolute banger in GT4 AM, and they walk away with a absolute handful of points. It's been so interesting to watch from week to week.
Absolutely. Oh, well, we have
cars out.
On track. Quick reference for everybody. Real quick, that it is 26 degrees out there in Celsius, because I've never changed this to freedom units or the units that have landed on the moon.
Yep.
But
worth noting.
Limited fuel capacities for all these drivers once again. So for those of you who are just joining us or are new to the format here, it is a heat and feature format for these drivers. Good finish in the heat race obviously sets you up for a good start to the feature. Sprint and full length, almost endurance style racing, 4 classes, 3 main classes in the multi-class between GT4 Pro and AM. And we're coming around the start finish line. We're going to ride on board for a lap here. And as he comes down that start finish line, he gets ready to go into turn number 1. It's a little bit awkward. But Logan, are you familiar with these turns and how this lap goes?
I am not that great here at all.
Well,
I know through 2 and 3 there, you need to feather it 4, flat out, and about the 2 boards start braking, turn into 3 and 4, no, 5 and 6. Yeah, going through 6 right now. This complex of turns coming up right here into this carousel is hard. You got to start braking in, turn in, eat the curb, come around, full throttle out, and you can probably take the chicane on warm tires flat out, but there's going to be a little lift here coming into the second one. Full till you get to the next chicane, light brake. Now this turn is a pain in the butt, tunnel turn. You got to eat that curb and then come out all the way out and right into the next turn, keeping it in, little brake, and should be a little lift and flat out to the start finish.
Man, the last 4 corners remind me exactly of like the end of a Mid-Ohio lap.
Right.
Yep. It's got a little bit of that feel just about throughout. Like I've got a little bit of notes from like I'm saying notes like I'm smelling like a whiskey or something. Like I smell a little VIR in there. Some notes of Mid Ohio. Like yeah. Anyway, the thing that I really noticed from that lap, especially with Steven, is having some of those moments where we were having braking in some of the areas where you have some elevation change. I was noticing he was having a little bit of trouble, I think, with the rear end. Like he might have had some rear locking.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of curious what people are going to be doing, especially when they start going like wheel to wheel in some of these sections. We might have some oopsie moments, but we'll have to wait and see.
Oh, there will be a lot of oopsie moments. I can guarantee that one.
I was wondering real quick, is John out on track? John Newman?
He is on track.
He is on track. He's put a time in. Currently, that time
fantastic.
is second.
I just wanted to look at his car right now in its pristine condition before he gets into the race, because then Jaden's just going to kill him. So.
Let's see. Let's get a good, nice rear chase view. Let's get a nice little far chase view. Here's a closer chase view. There is the car in all of its beautiful, pristine fashion. So that way, when we see it later and it's no longer pristine because it's been murdered by someone, despite, I believe, him currently being in a witness protection program, I thought I saw on the Discord.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh, man. But
Jaden comes in with the sub and then says John couldn't hide in witness protection forever, and that's true because he wanted to compete. And we don't allow false identities in track limits. We're a very serious organization.
We are the most serious. Stephen Wallace getting that fastest time in, just a 10th faster, or almost 2/10 faster than Nick Bowen, and Tyler Tourville rounding out the top three. We'll see if he has a faster lap time this past time. Had a spin, I believe, on the outlap. We saw it there briefly on that kind of almost helicopter cam we saw at the beginning of qualifying for these drivers. And times flowing in for most of the individuals here that have put in a lap time. Tanner Schiffner, Nathaniel Redman also still looking to put in a time. Any big movers we weren't expecting to be where they are?
I mean, right now, just seeing Tyler kind of like in third, Eduardo Zamora's in sixth, so he's
Christopher Blue.
Yeah,
has not put in a clean lap yet.
But here's the thing, though. You know what's funny about that? He's run into that kind of scenario before.
Fair.
And the thing that's interesting about that is just kind of like the consistency that he can unlock, kind of like when he needs to in the race conditions. So that'll be interesting to see. And for the folks at home, again, this qualifying session, this is not kind of like all to play for here, because again, you're going to have that heat race to determine where you fit in the feature.
Yeah, Jake Hewitt improving his time, getting one on the board. Eduardo Zamora not getting faster. William Lewis setting that fastest lap time, currently sitting sixth overall, which is where Eduardo was a moment ago before all the GT4 Pro drivers started improving their lap times and closing that gap down to Stephen Wallace. Only a thousandth of a second between Tanner Schiffner and Tyler Tourville. I think that'll be an interesting battle to see on track when we get to it. Michael Ant just wrapping up a lap and getting himself into that 10th gap between himself and Tyler Tourville as well. Daniel Redman looking to get a time on the board. Tanner Schiffner setting a purple second sector. Man, I think it's going to be a fast night tonight in the GT4 Pro category.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's a lot of closeness right now in GT4 Pro. I did want to say, you mentioned Jake Hewitt. Jake Hewitt actually had I thought a pretty good race for his. I think it's his first time out.
It was his first time out
at Fuji. I thought you did a pretty good job. And then Andrew Matias, I also thought did really well. And I think it was Andrew was the one that unfortunately got absolutely like clobbered in the feature race. But then goes to the pits, sits there for like long repair, and then still goes out to finish the race. So hats off.
Right. Fantastic. Yes.
Yep. Just did not alt F4. So, you know, hats off to him. And yeah, I'm just interested to see how these newcomers fare, because we've got a bunch of newcomers in this race.
Currently have
what was it? How many did we have for the free practice?
8, 9 new ones.
Man, that is crazy growth.
All categories.
Mm-hmm. We actually have a newcomer, Nick Bowen, who is in second currently with a 127.9.
And an Aston Martin.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Dave Lively getting
another
an overall
AMR runner.
Faster time. Nathaniel Redmond putting it in third. Just a 100th, I think, behind Nick Bowen. Speaking of Nick Bowen.
We were talking before about the mixture of GT4 Pro, GT4 AM right now. Tanner Schiffner currently between Nathaniel Redmond and Tyler Torville.
Man.
In the timing and scoring. And again, we're still waiting to see if Christopher Blue can kind of like construct a lap. Currently sitting 14th overall behind John Newman. Who else is kind of like sticking out to me as kind of out of place right now?
He had 2 green sectors for him, though I think it was invalid lap time, unfortunately, based on the fact that it did not post a number.
Eduardo Zamora is sitting in 12th right now overall. That's pretty off pace for him.
Yeah, Eduardo Zamora is gonna hopefully be able to put something together for us in the heat race, although he is in front of Christopher right now. So that is right. A big deal. But the one that is kind of like sticking out to me right now is William Lewis, currently between Jake Hewitt, Matt Pyle in 8th overall. So
man,
it'll be interesting to see where William Lewis can finish it. And I say that because if I take a look at the data right now, so William Lewis, so he's currently sitting on 165, and if I go to the class ranks where I should be if I were smart, I mean he's well ahead of Christopher right now in qualifying, and like we were saying before, once those drop rounds get calculated, Christopher's going to get pulled down a little bit closer to William and Jameson. So.
Right.
Which I believe you were talking to us before the broadcast. Jameson will not, or no, it was Jaden was telling us that Jameson might not be with us for the rest of the season, which is sad to see. But at the same time, too, a really good showing for Jameson to be third in GT4 AM with 6 races under his belt.
Yeah, fantastic stuff for him as well. Unfortunately, we'll hopefully see him at the beginning of next season. Well, GT3s are coming down the start-finish line now. We haven't ridden on board with the Audi yet because Ben hasn't been here in an Audi prior to this. So, Phil, you want to take us through what a lap in a GT3 looks like?
Yeah, absolutely. So he's getting to this braking zone here for the left-hander. He's getting set up. Again, this is what the elevation change part we were talking about earlier. Really tricky long right-hander as he's getting ready to open the throttle up. He's got a short straightaway. I love the blind apexes in some of the uphill sections. Very tricky around here.
Do you actually love it, or is it just like a pseudo love it?
No, I love it because I feel like that when you have blind apexes, they are particularly they're fun to watch. They're just fun to watch because it really, I think, puts a driver's memory of the track to the test, because they've got to remember braking zones, they got to remember turn-in points and everything like that. And where they're coming out of the corner, they just genuinely don't know. Going through 9 and 10 here, full beans as he gets ready to go into 11, 12. Misses the apex on 11, but gets the apex on 12 and getting set up for this right-hander into 13. So 13, 14, 14A, because we have to have 14 and 14A in America. And then finishing out turn 15 to bring it home. And we're going to see what kind of time he can post for us.
He's the first one to set a lap time.
Yep. 23.2.
So 23.2.
So I suspect we're going to
behind him.
I suspect we're going to see some folks come in a little bit faster than that, but also a good showing. And in the Audi. And you know what? I got to give a shout out to my man Ben in the Audi that he did all that while we were on camera, and with the broadcasters watching him all at the same time, he didn't die.
He didn't.
I mean, he's in a car. He's in a car that's designed to kill people.
He's now around in turn 5.
Well, we gave him a good lap by hanging out with him. You see Ethan Hamlet there trying to get a lap in, as well as Retro Coffin right behind him. Ethan setting some purple sectors as well as green ones. Oh, it's super wide there on that turn number 11. Which I think will make that lap time maybe not as fast as he wants it to be.
Sean Sullivan and Adam Duff are off in 9.
Oh, man.
So Retro's purple in sectors 1 and 3.
Yeah, but an orange middle sector. I wonder what happened there. If that is something he can improve on or not. See, as Ethan comes across the line, sets that faster lap time. Only 500ths, though.
Yeah, I was expecting it to be way underneath. But, yeah, and there's Retro Coffin with the 21. So that's getting closer to the 20s.
Yeah, they got to warm these tires up. It's not a long lap time, so you got to get the first couple laps are really kind of the ones where you bed in the tires, if I remember correctly, on these GT3s.
Correct.
Especially the new
ones. Next year, it's going to be the GT4s as well.
Well, yeah, but it won't be as bad, from what I've heard. At least with what they tell us in that fancy little thing called the dev notes. But we also get to see improvements on all the ones that have been around for 20 years that really just need a small little update, like most of the GT4 field.
Folks in chat calling us out because we got Adam Duff classified as an LMP3 right now.
Oh. He was an LMP3 last season.
Because the way he was before, and therefore I didn't have to change it.
Last week, yeah.
Ah, yeah.
So
that's not on us. So take that, chat.
Yeah, that is not my responsibility at that point. I was not made aware that this change was. I was not given express writing about this change.
Yeah.
I agree 100%, Corey. It's going to be fun. I can't wait. GT4s with less grip is going to be awesome.
Yeah, I mean, I read that to say that GT4s with less grip, they're going to be on fire. So they're actually going to be on fire. Cars are going to be full blaze going down the track. It's going to be great.
Corey should be excited to know I drove a TCR today for 6 hours. Well, not 6 hours. For like 2 hours of 6 hours.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I got asked to join in that today.
Yeah, me and my teammate decided to take the Audi RS3 out.
Nice.
P3 at Navarra, missed Fuji. Yes, that is very correct, Jaden. I remember that.
Okay.
Solid podium finish for Adam J. Duff, which means he's now decided to take his win and run away with it off to his podium and take it over to the lovely land of GT3s. Ethan Hamlet saying that new fastest lap time as my overlay decides it doesn't want to work anymore.
121.49.
Yep. So I think a 20 is possible. I think he's got it in.
Why you decided to do this? Well, we'll get back to it here in a moment once my live timing decides it wants to come back and hang out and showcase what it is and what it's supposed to be doing. I'm gonna, I think, close and reopen it. Ben,
these are the good times, ladies and gentlemen.
Yep.
Obliterate spams. Just hit us with a follow. Are you obliterating like email spam? Are you obliterating like cans of spam? Like, what are we obliterating here?
Spam.
Oh man, look at that! Look at that wedge. Mr. McLean. Mr. McLean, you're speaking to me.
Why?
You're speaking my language.
Are you not showing anything?
Chris, currently on pole is Ethan Hamlet, followed by Retro Coffin. Ben Aiken, Kyle Potter, Sean Sullivan, Steve McLean, Austin Green, Adam Duff.
Yep. So
we are not in replay mode, sir.
So we are not.
It is
correct.
Just
we are not in replay mode.
The live timing has decided it did not want to showcase how fantastic the GT3s were driving around here. Eden Hamlet getting even faster.
Yep.
With that 121.4.
He's learning.
3-4.
A track map? I don't know. Do we have a track map?
We have a track map. You want a track map?
We have a track map. Look at that.
There's a track map.
Look at that.
You can see how
we got it
is.
We got blues. We got a yellow in there.
Yep.
Some reds and greens. Some squiggles.
Yep. We'll have. We got it. Once they set lap times, we'll also have a few LMP3s, which have the coloration of black, which is my personal favorite color. So, as Kyle Potter gets his lap time in, improves it by a little bit to 122.05. Still about half a second, a little over behind Retro Coffin with a 121.39.
Yep. We're getting closer.
Faster.
Getting to the 20s. Come on, boys. The Coral Cove Porsche. Retro Coffin. Currently setting a quick one.
Yeah. A fantastic lap time for these drivers, and we'll see them get joined by the LMP3s here in just a moment. 121.17 is Retro Coffin's final
man,
time.
I'm telling you. Yep. The man, the myth, the mullet.
Improves.
I don't understand how Retro Coffin is still like I didn't know that the mullet functioning as a double diffuser was actually legal in GT3, but apparently it is.
And Adam J. Duff improves to get past Austin Green for his final lap time, solidifying the GT3 placements for all 8 of those drivers. And our LMP3 drivers are currently on their out laps. And we'll get a ride along with them here in just a moment. Any big movers in GT3 as we're wrapping up their qualifying that we were unexpected by?
I mean, for me, I was kind of like, I was expecting to see like Ethan potentially get into the 20s. That 21.43 though, still pretty competitive. He's got 3/10 on Retro Coffin though. It'll be interesting to see once they get to the race how things go. I am also very impressed in both Kyle Potter and Ben Aiken, keeping it in the 21s. Kind of in touching distance of Retro and Ethan out there in the front.
Yeah.
And then the mid-pack battle with Steve McLean, Sean Sullivan, and Adam J. Duff is going to be interesting, I think.
Yeah,
Austin Green as well. Austin Green in the M4 is pretty good to watch as well.
I love that we have only 2 of the same manufacturer car in GT3.
Yep. And Retro will just tell you that there needs to be more Porsches.
Yeah, I mean, the Retro will say that regardless of what class he's in. If there's a Porsche, he'll drive it.
If we were racing golf carts, he would say there's not enough Porsches.
Certainly. But Giancarlo is going to come around to start a lap. I'll take us through this one. A little bit different. The only big difference you're going to see throughout this one as he gets onto the binders for the Aqua Turn number 2 is it's a little bit more stable than the GT3s. You're not quite sliding it through as much with that prototype downforce getting employed here flat out through all this as well. You're going to see him definitely not hit the curbs as aggressively as we saw the GT4s and GT3s. These things don't exactly like curbing to begin with, and whenever you get a slide, it turns into a dishwasher. So hard under the power into that awkward 7A, 7B complex. I'm going to take a little bit of that one curb like the rest of the classes, but that's about it. As they get through that one into the back half of the lap, or really the midpoint, I suppose, of turns 9-10 is where he's going through now. Our actually, excuse me, probably 11, 12. I think he already went through 9, 10. I'm just slow.
11, 12.
Yep. And working his way around 13, a fun one, into the 14A complex, past that pit entry line, which is very early by comparison to some tracks. Very Mid-Ohio feeling, which we've talked about a bunch, but that's because it feels like Mid-Ohio. A much faster lap by a whole 3 seconds, as we can see on the timing towers. And the LMP3s, not a whole ton different, but it's just a little faster.
See him in the 19.6s. I was expecting to see him a little bit closer to the front end because he had a really strong showing in free practice. But your boy Vincent
LaRue, my fellow team principal over there at Tabula Rasa, setting the time by a half a second to Scott Fleming. I have to imagine that'll come down a little bit here, but we'll have to see here as Vincent LaRue gets a green first sector, orange second sector, purple third sector. See how he finishes out this lap through turns number 14A and 15.
Is there a yellow color? Because he'd get all of them.
I don't think so.
Perhaps.
I think there's only... He does get another purple, though. So he improves that time by another, I believe,
2 tenths.
Yeah, a couple tenths there. So
that's a gap right now between him and Scott.
Yeah. I want to see if Jaden has an answer there. Daniel Baker getting a lap time in.
Come on, Jaden. Just pretend you're chasing down John.
Oh, man. Gian Cardoso.
Stewards are going to talk to us.
It's possible. Gian Cardoso setting the exact same time as Jaden Ledbetter with that 1:18.92. Gosh,
I was about to say, it's like he's not going to talk to us. I was like, is that a promise? Like,
Scott Fleming's on purple second sector, though. I think he's trying to see what he can do to improve. Vincent LaRue, though, also improving on most of his sectors.
Yeah, it looks like we've got a bit of a shootout here for the top spot.
Yeah. Fantastic run. Jane Ledbetter getting within a tenth and a half of Vincent LaRue before Vincent LaRue goes even faster and opens that back up to 3.5 tenths.
I mean, Vincent, if you can hit a 17, that's great. If you can't, just don't ever talk to me ever again.
Nathaniel Baker jumping from last to third. Another big mover there. Scott Fleming, I believe, having an off-track last time by. So he's got a bit of a recovery drive there. Jaden Ledbetter also increasing his lap time to 1:18.42. We talked about that already, but Mark Coyne, hardest working man in sim racing, getting into the 118s with that 1:18.91 this past time by. We'll have to see what else he can bring to the table there. And I think, with the exception of Brett Williams, everyone has qualified.
Is Brett Williams running around in the old silk cut?
Yes, I believe
livery?
so.
He sure is. Wow. Talk about a throwback.
Yeah, that is a vintage paint.
Yep.
If ever I have seen one. Scott Fleming improving his time up to a 1:18.39, getting in between Vincent LaRue and Jane Ledbetter, but so is Mike Bowen by 200ths. And Nathaniel Baker trying to improve his time as well. Vincent LaRue not improving on his final lap.
What a fight right now for the top spots. I mean, it is just real. Whoa, Gian Cardoso. Hello.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the top spots are now only separated by, a few tenths of a second between, and now stretching back down to P5, it's within half of a second, and another half a second really between P6 as well down to, P8. Brett completing his outlap, I believe, getting his first real lap underway here as we watch a few more laps come in. Only 400ths, I believe, separating Scott down to Gian.
You are correct.
Wild.
Man.
That's pretty wild.
300s.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind.
I mean, still 300s from Scott to Gian Cardoso, but
Your
Jaden Ledbetter
word.
getting into the 1:18.11s, just a stone's throw away from Vincent Leroux's time. See if he can get any faster as well. Scott Fleming not getting a better time. Neither is Mike Bowen, this most recent time by. Gian Cardoso looking to finish up a lap as well. Vincent Leroux going to start one final flyer if he can. See that timing tower, or that timer up at the top of the session, marking that we have less than 2 minutes left to go. Really down to almost a minute. Mark Coyne wrapping up his qualifying attempts after setting his fastest lap time, jumping him up to 6th. Brett Williams getting a time on the board of a 1:20.00, which is still faster than our fastest GT3. I think the LMP3s might just genuinely be faster at this track. Finally.
Was not that case at Fuji until the tires started. The rain stopped.
Yeah.
With 5 minutes left to go.
Oh, man. Nathaniel Baker, excuse me. Bringing a little bit of gravel onto the track after a spin.
A little bit of popcorn.
Yeah, a little bit of popcorn to wrap up his lap. I think his lap is probably done and dusted, however, as a result. Scott Fleming intersecting Jaden Ledbetter and Vincent Leroux with a 1:18.10. And Mike Bowen getting 100th. Or excuse me, 100th faster than Vincent Leroux. Vincent Leroux only up in one sector, but it is not faster than his previous time. And all these drivers.
This is feeling a little bit more like Fuji now. So Mike Bowen, Vincent Leroux at the front of it. Scott Fleming in the mix. Yeah.
All right.
It's going to be interesting.
Let's take a look at this grid for round number 7 of Track Limits Racing Season 2. Mike Bowen and Vince LaRue are going to take off LMP3. Scott Fleming, Jaden Ledbetter on row number 2. In 5th is going to be Gian Cardoso alongside Mark Coyne in 6th. 7th is going to be Nathaniel Baker alongside Jacob Fulton for row number 4. I jumped too far. Come back. Got a couple more rounds. I got Benjamin O'Shea alongside Alex Rees for 9 and 10 in LMP3 11th. And our last LMP3 starter is going to be Brett Williams alongside our GT3 leader, Retro Coffin. Matthias. We got it, Andrew.
Yep.
Phil, take us to the GT3s.
Yeah, so with Retro on a pole for that class, followed by Ethan Hamlet and Kyle Potter. We got Ben Aiken, who's going to be 4th in that category, next to Stephen McLean, with Sean Sullivan, Adam J. Duff, followed by Austin Green. And then we've got Stephen Wallace breaking in the top spot in GT4 Pro.
Fantastic. Logan, GT4s, how are they all sitting?
Again, we have Stephen Wallace on pole for the GT4s, followed by Nick Bowen and Nathaniel Redmond. Next row is Mike Gallant and Tanner Schiffner, Tyler Torville and Jake Hewitt, William Lewis, Matt Pyle, Andrew Mateus, Oscar Brown, Eduardo Zamora, and John Newman, Christopher Blue and Jamie Touche, and Dave Lively bringing up the back.
Yep. That is going to be all 35 drivers that have taken to the grid. See them in just a moment's time get underway here. Take off to the field. All right, final thoughts before we get the green flag of the sprint race underway.
The sprint race is going to be absolutely insane. I feel like there's going to be some. I just have a feeling.
It's gonna be interesting for sure. For the sprint race, I'm really interested to see what the finishing order is going to be like for that feature, and I'm really interested to see if anybody's going to be doing any kind of like testing in race conditions to prepare themselves for fuel stops in that feature race, because we have not talked about what is going to be the stint strategy for the features. So I think we might get a little bit of experimentation probably happening here. So it'll be interesting to find
Coyne
out.
saving all the fuel.
Basically, that's what I was going to say. It's like basically Mark Coyne's just going to prove to us that you can basically no stop Barber. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
So either him or Vincent LaRue going for the deep fuel strategies. We've seen that happen before. Notoriously at Long Beach, as well as a few other tracks for some of these drivers. I think it's going to be interesting from that regard if we end up with a fuel-saving strategy race on our hands.
I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
Word.
Big shout out in chat to Liam279 for the follow. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you.
I just took a drink, Liam.
I refuse. I refuse. I'm gonna be a desert. It's gonna dry up before your very eyes. So with LMP3s, where are they at on track right now? What's the track map?
They are coming into 14 right now.
Man, the gap between the GT3s and the LMP3s, they gave themselves a lot of space.
They certainly did.
GT4s, not so much.
No, well, in theory, it shouldn't be a problem regardless of class this week. As the safety car drives into pit lane, Mike Bowen's going to lead off this field of 11 LMP3 cars. That's fantastic. And he is away off to a commanding start alongside as Vincent LaRue and Scott Fleming drag race down to turn number 1. Scott Fleming off the inside. Jaden Ledbetter getting a little bit of a draft. Vincent late on the brakes. We're going to watch all of them come through as well. Oh, a spin off in the back. I believe that's going to be Mark Coyne. Come back to him in a moment. Retro
No,
Coffin.
that is Jacob Fulton.
Gotcha. Fantastic. Retro Coffin leading away. GT3. You can see the LMP3s getting back around. It's a fantastic winding course that kind of folds back in on itself almost. All drivers there.
We got dual spin between Mark Coyne and Nathaniel Baker. Green LMP3. Benjamin O'Shea.
Stephen Wallace going to lead off GT4s. A fantastic run for him. Nathaniel Redmond, pretty much the rest of that field, all diving in. Jake Hewitt going to lose out, I believe. Or no, sorry, stays as he is, alongside William Lewis, Matt Pyle, as well as Andrew Matthias, excuse me. Getting that race underway. All of these drivers having a fantastic start for the most part. Benjamin O'Shea getting into, I believe that was Mark Coyne, you said?
Correct.
All right, let's see where this is. Oh, he got a little tip
that
there.
Touch.
And then, that's where that impact happens. Jacob Fulton, I think, kicking that one off. But they get those cars going the right way. Of course, as we're going to look at this, John Newman off track as well.
No LMP3s around him.
Yep. Just a little bit of a self-spin, trying to avoid contact, I think, with Christopher Blue. Benjamin O'Shea off as well, but he's still going the right direction at the tail end of LMP3. This field pretty spread out already. You can see Mike Bowen leading off the field, a second ahead of Vincent LaRue. Jaden Ledbetter hanging out with Vincent, but a second between them and Scott Fleming, who is, I think, had a bit of a rough run there because he's down a spot swapping with Jaden Ledbetter. Gian Cardoso still in 5th alongside Nathaniel Baker, as well as Brett Williams, going to be right behind those drivers. And a 15-second gap from our final LMP3 driver to our first GT3 driver. That's fantastic.
Excellent. We're getting some gappage today.
Yeah, a little bit. This track is pretty, I wouldn't say pretty, it's very technical and very demanding. Kyle Potter trying to hold off Ethan Hamlet. I want to take a ride along in this with Ethan as he navigates. That's the gyro cam. We'll see a cool shot of the helmet of Ethan Hamlet, but that's not what we're looking for. We're looking for racing. I'm looking out this front windscreen alongside Kyle Potter right in front of him, trying to figure out how he's going to get around. Got the short end, I would say, not really intentionally, but lost out on the duel for the drag race down to the start-finish line. Laid on the brakes for Ethan Hamlet. Now, when you're sitting behind a front-engine car and a mid-engine car. It's maybe apply a little bit for the GT4s as well. What's the strategy to get around one?
A pretty good question. I mean, I think the rotation on the mid-engine car, it's gonna fare a little bit better in technical parts. I think the Mercedes in GT3 has a little bit more straight line speed, a little bit more grunt. So I think what Ethan's going to have to focus on is trying to stay close and try and force maybe a mistake. Try and catch Kyle with a dummy. Keep showing him the nose as they get ready to go into these braking zones. I think he's just trying to force an error out of Kyle. But Kyle's actually doing a really good job defending right now.
That he is. Still 2/10 behind these drivers, picking his lines very well from that spot, using as much of the curb as that Mercedes will allow, which is a lot from what we've seen here. So 3/10 separating them. A pretty spread out GT4 field as well. Matt Pyle, Andrew Mathias, as well as William Lewis, all in a battle for overall positions, as well as a battle between Andrew Mathias and Matt Pyle for position. There's that look from Andrew going into the braking zone. Oh, and that's going to be, no.
Spot him.
That's going to be a tip there.
Wow.
And that is right into William Lewis.
Wow. That was nothing he could do.
No.
Like, there was no amount of braking that was going to stop that car.
That car is crabbing.
William Lewis meatballed.
Yeah, I can imagine with how that car is driving. I would be surprised if it wasn't. With LMP3s already getting to lapped traffic at this point.
4 laps in.
Yeah, 4 laps in. The battle between Vincent and Mike Bowen at the front of the field has come to a head as he is trying to navigate traffic, and Vincent picking a way to get through it, getting cut off by a GT4 trying to get around him. And that gap extends to over a second as traffic is already playing a huge game in this. Ethan Hamlet, Kyle Potter, however, still duking it out between each other. Oh my gosh, there's a 3-way battle, excuse me. Gian Cardoso, Scott Fleming, and Jaden Ledbetter, as well as Nathaniel Baker, all within half a second of each other. These 4 cars. Let's see if I can hang up on with the rear view camera.
We have
Jaden
Jacob
Ledbetter.
Fulton around in 1.
Oh man, this is morning traffic. Jacob Fulton around in 1.
In race time, what time is it?
In sim time.
Here, I got you.
Yeah, that's it.
So right now it says it is 5:02.
PM or AM?
But it's
PM.
PM.
Whoa, we gotta have a night race then.
But it's a March date. So yeah.
See Scott trying to chase down Jaden here. These two still in a battle with each other, but that is about the closest it's getting for those two.
You might want to check out this battle with Tanner Schiffner right now.
And Tyler Torville?
That is, yeah.
That's right in front of these two drivers.
Yep. That is, it's getting pretty spicy. And then not far behind, we've got Jake Hewitt and Eduardo Zamora.
Oh, man.
I mean, it's going to be interesting because it is, it's just going to be real interesting in this GT4 field as these LMP3s filter through.
Absolutely. You can see more of them filtering through, getting in between this battle between these two drivers. Looking up the field as well between some of the other cars and where they're currently sitting. Mark Coyne, as well as Benjamin O'Shea within half a second of each other. As they're going to get into traffic as well. Alex Reyes trying not to get caught by these two, trying to get around traffic to get back into his own race. Up 2 positions. Oh, and they're going to split Matt Pyle there, who is kind of off on his own at this point. No, excuse me. Eduardo Zamora. Not Matt Pyle. Matt Pyle's a little bit further up.
Matt Pyle's further down. He got in that incident with William Lewis.
Oh, no. Oh, that's right. Excuse me. I've been braining way too much today, so it's a little fried. Forgive me.
You're all good, buddy.
All right.
Looking through the data right now, trying to find other interesting races right now.
Oh, they're going to take it 3 wide going into 5. Oh, Mark Coyne playing it safe. Benjamin O'Shea going to find his way around the outside and swap for the middle position between these 3 drivers, as well as they keep moving forward. Tyler Torville and Tanner Schiffner still in this battle. Ben Eichen going off track in that Audi. I almost said Aston Martin. We don't have an Aston Martin just yet. Soon, though, for GT3s.
I'm just going to put a bookmark right here for Jaden. I got you for next season's trailer. Just this part.
Yes.
Just this part.
And these two catching up with the leader, Retro Coffin, after he gets a bit of GT4 traffic. Oh, Ethan trying not to run into Kyle Potter there. Going to send him out a little wide, keeping them both within a few tenths of each other. It's a 3-way battle for the lead. This is always a fun cam to look at for me. Along with our leader, Retro Coffin, as he currently is trying to run away from the chasing Kyle Potter and Ethan Hamlet, who are still within a few tenths of each other.
I gotta wonder with Retro, was it purely down to traffic, or could we be seeing maybe some tire deg? Like what sort of things are we gonna be seeing over here? Oh man, he's giving the flash. Oh, but that's for some GT4 traffic. And Kyle Potter's, Kyle Potter's right there, man. He's within striking distance.
That he certainly is. I definitely get the feeling that Retro just had a bit of traffic earlier, because I saw both John Newman as well as, I believe that was Todd Torville, or excuse me, Dave Lively, he's getting real close here with that car. All 3 of them within, I believe, like a few tenths of each other.
And one of the 3 drivers we're looking at right now is in second place for number of off tracks after 9 laps.
Ooh.
Would you like to take a guess?
Kyle Potter.
That would be correct, because Kyle Potter is racy right now. He's trying to use every advantage he can get to stick to the bumper of Retro Coffin.
Retro Coffin having a 122.57. Both the cars behind him having a 121.74. So about 3/4 of a second faster from the crew cars behind him. Keeping those cars going the right direction between all of them.
Also want to give a interesting factoid. Fastest lap so far is a 17.6 in LMP3.
Wow.
Mike Bowen, leader.
Mike Bowen. Ben, try not to run into Sean Sullivan. These two going at it. Keeping that Audi going the right direction after a bit of a spin, it looked like just a moment ago. I'd say just a moment ago, a little while ago. As we are halfway through the sprint race.
And Audi spun? You can't see it, but I've got my shock face on.
I believe you when you say you've got your shock face on. Speaking of shock face, Gian Cardoso getting chased down by Nathaniel Baker down the start-finish stretch. There's the weave off the racing line. Nathaniel just got to sprint down to turn number 1, try to take the round along the outside, gets it in and done. Oh.
Good racing up in LMP3s right now. Also some good racing still happening in that GT3 battle.
Oh, it's so close.
I see 3 cars listed as off tracks just now. I'm trying to see what happened here. Oh, I think it was just a bit of avoidance, trying to avoid a Jacob Fulton that crash. Let me take a look here from another angle if we can get it on. I think a dynamic TV might be a good one for this. Hit Nathaniel Redmond. And then that's the avoidance from all these drivers. That's why they're all off track. And I saw the off tracks.
Now Namora is Fulton's meatballed.
And
so is Redmond.
Unfortunate. And the blind apexes we were talking about earlier.
Yep.
That can happen. That can happen.
These two, one of the closest battles on track. Tyler Torville, Tanner Schiffner, also in a battle with each other. Let's see what happened to the cockpit here with Tyler Torville, currently leading the GT4 Pro Championship, if I remember correctly. So, along with his battle for the podium, the top podium spot, is the battle between himself and Tanner, and where they set themselves up for the feature race in 7 minutes time. Well, plus a little bit of change, so we can talk about how this race has unfolded in the heat. We'll see. Oh, man. Both of them using all the track available to them, really getting that slip angle dialed in for both of their front engine GT4 cars. Good catch there from Tyler, but he is not gaining any ground.
Just looking back through the data right now, and Christopher Blue is now 0.8 from Eduardo Zamora, so he's catching him.
Yeah.
And then in GT4 AM, I mean, Oscar Brown's 2 seconds back, and then we've got a huge gap to Jamie Touche. So yeah, GT4 AM a little bit more spread out than we're used to seeing.
Yeah,
Steve McLean giving me chills as he goes through the GT4s there.
Retro
we
Coffin.
got Kyle Potter and Retro Coffin battling right now.
Yeah, I see that. I just saw it.
Oh, he's got him boxed in with that GT4 right there.
Yep, that was how this battle came to begin. More GT4 traffic catching Retro Coffin up, especially as they're leaving off their ideal racing line. Ethan Hamlin getting caught out by that, getting the over-under done before it became too much an issue. Tanner Schiffner. No, sorry, Stephen Wallace.
Stephen Wallace is meatballed and in the
damn.
John Newman.
That is going to be brutal for Stephen.
Yeah. I thought I saw a car in a wall. Which car was that?
It looked like a pile driving car, but I don't think it was.
I don't know either.
Well, Stephen Wallace was meatballed and went to the pits. So
yeah.
That's the only meatball I'm showing, yeah.
These three.
Oh, man, what a place to catch these. Yeah.
Oh.
This is catching more GT4 traffic.
Yeah.
Some of these technical parts.
That's going to be Nick Bowen, car that put it on GT4 Pro. Not quite podium, excuse me. On podium, yes, but not pole for this driver. As these three still continue to duke it out. Pretty much the closest battle on track at the moment. Tanner Schiffner, Tyler Torville right behind them, still in a battle as well. Neither getting away from each other. And then you talk about Oscar Brown and his fight with, I want to say it was Christopher Blue just up the road.
Yeah. I mean,
Christopher Blue. Sorry, Christopher Blue and Eduardo Zamora. That's the.
Yeah, he's still within striking distance. You have like a little oopsie involving any kind of traffic right now, and all of a sudden Oscar Brown is in it. Big gap between Oscar and Jamie Touche. Really, the GT4 AMs are pretty spread out at this point in time. You've got Jamie Touche with 21. Is that a 21 second? Interval, and then Dave Lively with almost 7 seconds, John Newman with almost 18 seconds.
Yeah. I wonder if we're going to be seeing this for the next hour between these three drivers.
I mean,
yeah.
I mean, click like, subscribe, ring the bell. Like, if that's what it's going to be about, like I'm here for it.
I have a feeling it's going to be that during the feature. Those three have been going at it hard this race. Unless someone wrecks someone else, it's going to continue, I believe.
Gonna give a shout out to Oatmeal 6666 for the follow. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thank you deeply. Gian Cardoso and Nathaniel Baker getting back to within a few tenths of each other. Nathaniel trying to get around Sean Sullivan. Sean Sullivan saying, "This is my racing line.
Oof.
You figure it out." And that has kept those two within a battle for each other. Battle, however, at the sharp end of the stick of GT3 never stops simmering as the various cars make their way around GT4 traffic. Ethan Hamlet once again hung out to dry, not intentionally, just how the way traffic has worked for him, really against him, I should say.
Yeah, Andrew, I believe that's Andrew Matias in the McLaren there, hoping he's going to have better luck than he did at Fuji.
Yeah, battle for the overall lead here between Mike Bowen and Vincent LaRue coming back as Mike tried not to get into the rear end of a GT4, which has closed that gap down to under a second. Let's see if I can ride on board in a meaningful way. I can, kind of. There we go. That's a wheel. There we go. It's not looking a wheel.
I believe we've got Hunter Johnson in chat with the call. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you.
His name is Junter Hansen.
Junter Hansen.
But I know that means he's Hunter Johnson, so you can't fool me. I learned how to read.
I did. Oh, man, these two ripping these. Oh, it's an off track for Mike Bowen. That's going to bring him right into a 10th of Vincent LaRue. These two have contact going into 14A. Oh, they get it sorted. Folks. I was expecting that to get way worse than it ended up being. Mike,
so with
not happy.
Is that white flag or checker?
Yeah, that's a white flag right there.
Yep. So that is going to kick off our final lap. So Vincent LaRue making the move when the moment was right, and we've got Andrew Matias, which you know what that means. Not too far up the road, we've got GT3s.
Yes.
Could they catch them before the end of the lap? I don't know.
It's possible.
Maybe not.
It'll depend on how the rest of the traffic plays out in or against their favor. Benjamin O'Shea having a crash. We're going to hang out with these two drivers because they're within a 10th of each other and not giving up any ground as they get through the fantastic 7A, B, and C complex. Or AB. I don't remember if there's a C or not.
There's not a C.
Oh, well. 7A, B. I mean, if 7 was
an American road course.
Yeah.
Right.
There'd be an A, B, and C. But these two coming around turns 10, 11, and 12 into the final couple corners of 14A and 14 and 14A. Mike Bowen glued to the tail end of Vincent LaRue's LMP3 as they come across the final corner. John Newman almost getting into the way there. They two drag race across the finish line. That'll come out 7/100ths in the favor of Vincent LaRue.
Oh, we got Tyler Sorville and Tanner Schiffner going at it hard right now on GT4 Pro.
Yeah, Mike Gallant right in front of both of them.
GT3s.
Right there, further back. Tanner Schiffner getting a pass Mike Gallant for the final part of that one. Kyle Potter, Ethan Hamlet still duking it out with each other, about a second behind Retro Coffin, who has made a bit of a gap there. But these two going to be duking it out all the way to the end.
This has been a crazy battle. Now, Retro getting a little bit of a pass here at the end with the fight heating back up between Kyle Potter and Ethan Hamlet.
Yeah. Looking at, off track for both of them at the end.
Very good race in GT3. I am super stoked about that. What a heat race, man.
Absolutely.
Word.
Only 20 minutes of that. We have another 70 to go in that feature race coming up. These three going to be, I think, at the forefront of it, and how they handle the next 70 minutes is going to be a huge part of their race to the finish. Barber Motorsports Park. We have our warm-up to take a look at the results of the heat race in LMP3, if I hit the buttons right. Vincent LaRue taking home that win, 7/100ths of a second ahead of Mike Bowen. Just a drag race all the way to the finish. I wonder if we'll see more of that if Mike continues to have those like small offs like we saw on the last, I would say not the last lap, but the lap before that, the penultimate lap, I think is what they call that. Jane Ledbetter coming home third, 7 seconds behind. I think traffic's playing a huge margin in these drivers up at the front here. Scott Fleming, Nathaniel Baker rounding out that top 5. Gian Cardoso, as well as Brett Williams, Mark Coyne, Benjamin O'Shea, as well as Alex Reyes are your 10 finishers. We have one more. That's going to be Jacob Fulton, who finishes a lap down, but comes home in the number 11 spot. We'll put him on the grid right behind them for the feature race. GT3s, Phil? Maybe.
GT3s.
I was on mute. Sorry about that. My dog was barking his head off. Anyway, GT3 race was absolutely a Spice Fest. We got Retro Coffin on top. Captain America with the win in the heat race is going to set himself up in a good spot for the feature with Kyle Potter in second, Ethan Hamlet in third. That was a tight grouping there. Steve McLean in the wedge in fourth. Good result from him. Austin Green in fifth with the M4. Ben Aiken, the newcomer, brought the Audi to a GT3 race. There's not a braver man on earth. Sean Sullivan in seventh with Adam J. Duff in eighth place.
Fantastic results from all of them. GT4 Pro, Logan, I think this is one that I think we'll see more of the battle between Danner and Tyler Torville, but how do they all finish?
All right, we got Nick Bowen in first, Tanner Shifter second, Mike Gallant in third, Tyler Torville in fourth, Jake Hewitt in fifth, Stephen Wallace in sixth, Andrew Matthias in seventh, Matt Pyle in eighth, and Nathaniel Redmond in ninth.
Fantastic for all those drivers. GT4M, an equally interesting set of results. Eduardo Zamora winning by just under a second to Christopher Blue. I think we'll see those two continue to battle going into the feature race. Oscar Brown just behind both of them as well. A tight podium for all of the GT4M finishers. Jamie Touche, one of the two. I asked, I remember it, and it's already gone. So I'm sorry. Comes home fourth, a fantastic result. Dave Lively as well, coming home in fifth. John Newman and William Lewis come home. I think William Lewis having a pretty rough sprint race. Well, hopefully the feature ends up better.
Yeah, that accident in the heat race was brutal. He got absolutely clobbered. So yeah, hope fingers crossed for William Lewis that it's a better feature race.
Right.
Absolutely. We've just talked about all these drivers. I'll run through it real quick in terms of what you can see here for all of those positions and where they are going to start. The only exception, I think, to the way that this roster is going to play out is where, he got back up to his respective group with the exception of, I think, a few drivers. We'll see that LMP3 driver make his way to the rear end of the LMP3 field instead of hanging out in the middle of the GT3s. But otherwise, all 35 cars getting set to go for a 70-minute race, which I think is going to go into the night by the looks of it.
Right. Yeah, and this track is it has no stadium lighting whatsoever. Mm-hmm. So, it's going to be dark, and the blind hill crests and apexes are going to be very interesting. If you see a light coming from over the hill, that means there's a car there. Slow down. But just a tip.
Got to remember that's on where it is relative to the track, however, because it could be coming over the hill, coming the opposite direction on a different part of the circuit, because you do drive back down that road that is at the bottom left-hand corner of the screen from where we're looking at now.
Yep. The dead giveaway is going to be the yellow flag, though.
That's very true.
Like if you got that yellow flag, it's like, and you're coming to a blind part of the track, it's like you might want to prepare yourself to slow down. So it's gonna be interesting. We did have some accidents with some blind apexes, so people are gonna definitely need to keep their head on a swivel.
That they certainly are. The grids forming up to get ready to go back racing. Looking at that gap that the GT3s are leaving to the LMP3s once again.
That's so insane. Why is Retro running that big of a gap?
Because he just wants clear air in case an accident happens. I don't know.
Fair. I know that in the dev notes, one of the things they said they're working on for 26.1 will be proper multi-class starting. Mm-hmm. So cannot wait for that.
I cannot either. I think as we get into it, I think it'll be making it a lot easier. And then we can just have, I think, easier multi-class starting across the board for officials, for leagues, for all that stuff. We aren't reliant on other programs or third-party stuff to make it happen as successfully.
Right. That will cut down on some of this gap, no gap.
Yeah.
30-second gap type dealies.
Well, with the grid set it up, coming back down the back half of the track. Final thoughts before we go racing here in just a moment.
I'm really interested to see what the stint layout's going to look like. I wonder if anybody's going to try and push and get that one stopper.
Mark Coyne.
I mean, yeah,
there's probably going...
We all know. Yeah.
Right. There's probably going to be a lot of GT3 drama at the top and a lot of close racing between Retro, Potter, and Hamlet. So that'll be interesting to watch.
As they get ready to come down, the green flag will fly here in just a moment's time as they get set to go racing. Vince LaRue having a great launch ahead of Mike Bowen. Jaden Ledbetter getting a great launch as well. Nathaniel Baker almost running into Scott Fleming. Jump back to the GT3s real quick. See if they all pull away. All 8 drivers that take to the green flag here. And Patrick Coffin just launches it. Kyle Potter sliding in behind as well. Ethan Hamlet forming that train as the rest of the field is still too wide going into the braking zone. Austin Green almost going to get run over there. Nick Bowen, as we jump back to look at the GT4s and their race launch. We'll see Nick Bowen just run away with it. Mike Gallant getting a great launch as well. Tanner Schiffner as well as Tyler Terville, the rest of the field in GT4 getting pretty solid runs. You see the GT3s as well going up through turn number 5 on the north side of that screen. I think we all got away cleanly this time. Of course, now jinxed it, but...
Yep. And then they were never seen again.
Vincent LaRue still leading after the first lap here. Only about a minute's lap time here. Make it really fast. We saw them pass here just a moment ago. And he is still leading after 1 lap's time. Jaden Ledbetter also hanging out right behind him. Mike Bowen getting real close, trying to find his own way around. Ends up running wide. Jaden Ledbetter trying not to gonna run into him. Trying not to gonna one into him. There we go. Those are words. We got him. We got there.
Yeah.
Those are words.
GT3s. Back to the same old, same old.
Mm-hmm.
Retro's pulling out a pretty decent lead over them at half a second so far. Oh, we got Benjamin in 5.
Jacob Fulton. We saw them wreck earlier. Over these individual incidents that just happened at the same time. Tries not to run into just a self-spin and hits the bumper there, and then Jacob tries not to run into Benjamin O'Shea. Successfully does it, but it costs them both time.
Jacob
Top 3
in that Taco Bell livery, man after my own heart.
Top 3 in both GT3 as well as LMP3. Excuse me. There we go. All in the same order that they started their race in. Nick Bowen and Mike Gallant leading off the GT4 Pros with Tyler Terville, Tanner Schiffner within half a second of each other. This race between Christopher Blue and Eduardo Zamora back there almost looking like it's going to be running too wide. Stephen Wallace trying to find his way around as the GT or the LMP3s, sorry, are coming dangerously close.
Sean Sullivan is around in 15.
Yeah, let's see what happened to Sean here. If this was a self-spin.
So, touch grass.
Let's see here. Yep, just
hey.
he has a little bit of a slide.
Just Porsche things.
Yep.
Cold tires, first couple laps.
Yep. But keeps that car from running into anybody else and keeps it going the right direction. So a fantastic job there. Whoa, Mike Bowen, late lunge on John Newman there. Jaden Ledbetter also working his way around the outside. John Newman having a crash of his own in between all of this. I'm curious what happened here. William Lewis trying to get through all of these cars. Wow, just a self-spin into the barrier. And
Unfortunate.
Gets that car off the road, using its inertia to carry it.
You probably saw his life flash before his eyes.
Yeah. Take a quick look at the leaders still running as they were. Ethan Hamlet, Kyle Potter still fighting each other for these positions. Mike Allen, Tanner Schiffner, as well as Tyler Torville, all under a metaphorical blanket as well. I want the forward. There we go. Look at this. Ace Motorsports liveried Mercedes AMG that's hanging out. Tyler Torville seeing the trio of cars, or the duo, I should say, in front of him. Kyle Potter setting the fastest lap of the session as well to keep up with Retro Coffin. Retro Coffin hemorrhaging a little bit of time as I think he comes into a bit of a bad run out of turn number 2.
Man, the Corvette sounds upset.
Such a great sounding car.
Yeah.
Austin Green, Adam J. Duff, Austin Green, Ben Eichen. Oh, too wide for turn number 7. Going to send him over the grass. They keep it going the right direction, though. Austin Green managing that very well, keeping that car pointing the right direction. Ben not wanting to give up the spot.
Too wide there.
Oh,
Ben Aiken, man, this man had cashed in some frequent flyer miles because he definitely did not have all 4 wheels on the ground for a beat.
No. Austin Green, however, also having a bit of a bad run out of turn number 14 into 14A. Ben is going to end up trying to go too wide once again. These two going to be added for. But that's going to be a spin out of Ben. Keeps it out of the way of Adam J. Duff. And these two, that battle comes to an unfortunate end. As well as all this happened. Stig McLean there in the background having a bit of a moment of his own just a moment ago. Mark Coyne trying to get back in front of traffic here. It's been marked as having a crash. Oh, that is a big, big slide out of into the gravel.
Is he in the wall?
Nope. He keeps it out of the
wall.
wall.
He is not.
He lived.
Does it very well.
Lives to tell the tale. I mean, it's only setting him up for the one stopper.
It is only setting him up for the one stopper. Steve McLean as well, I think, having a bit of a self-spin as we get, 14 and 14A catching people out, especially as that grass, braking on the grass never works out well. And that's how this whole battle between Ben Eichen and Austin Green started. Scott Fleming, Gian Cardoso battling it out for a position. Mike Bowen still, I believe, a half second ahead of Jaden Ledbetter. These two into a battle after traffic took Vincent a second up the road from these two, but it's going to bring him a second back here, I think, as he has to get around Nick Bowen, who is running a little bit slower than he probably would have liked. Okay. I've just been rattling off stuff that's happening here.
I mean, there's a lot going on. Retro Coffin setting the fastest lap in GT3 with a 21.4.
Oh, man.
And then that battle with Kyle Potter, Ethan Hamlet still going strong.
I wonder if Ethan's fuel saving.
I mean,
there is
entirely possible.
There's a look. There's a look up the inside. Kyle Potter hanging it around the outside. Two of them are going to go drag it. Yeah. Take it away, Phil.
Oh, man, I was mostly talking to myself and just like thinking to myself, grimacing a little bit. I was thinking they were about to make contact.
I thought they were too, but they are fantastic drivers capable of keeping those cars going in the right direction. And both of them come out unscathed. Ethan now ahead of Kyle Potter, trying to see if he can get back to Retro Coffin.
3 wide on the front stretch with Mark Coyne and Jacob Fulton. And Christopher Blue.
Goodness. And Chris Blue. Eduardo Zamora also in this mix. As these two LMP3s are trying to get around GT4 AM drivers. Eduardo Zamora trying to take his racing line. Has to realize there's an LMP3 there, which is going to bring Chris Blue into a battle between the two of them for position. Eduardo Zamora pieing off the inside of that corner to hold on to that position. But Matt Pyle behind both of them going, I would love to get by and get up the position orders for my class. And Chris Blue forcing it too wide into turn number 7. Oh my goodness. We've seen so much too wide through those corners. It's 3 wide almost with Matt Pyle.
Oh.
Oh man. Oh, Matt Pyle getting around. Eduardo kind of getting the short end of that one. Slides in behind. Mike Bowen setting the fastest lap. Vincent having an off track here, which is how Mike Bowen now finds himself in the lead. It was almost a slide that he very narrowly keeps out of the tire barrier, which slides him in just behind Jaden Ledbetter. So that is how that trade for position happens. Nathaniel Baker crashed as well. Finds himself entering pit lane. I think this is that's the pit lane entry that he almost locks up. This is the incident itself that we see happen here. He's going to almost run into Vincent LaRue. Try not to, and then just lock it up real bad trying to go in pit lane.
I don't know if he's trying. I think that's the thing. I think that pit might be a little premature.
Mm-hmm. Ethan Hamlet going around the outside of GT4M. I think it is. I don't think it was intentional. I think it was him trying to avoid hitting Vincent LaRue. And then he ended up in pit lane. He doesn't seem to have hit his box at all.
I'm not sure if the relative is broken on my end, but he may have actually punched out.
Who's this?
Nathaniel Baker, car 99.
I still have him on my relative.
Yeah,
I see the number. I see the number upgrading now. Yeah. Oh, he did. Oh, that's because he didn't actually box. He just did the pit lane travel.
Yes, yep. Yeah. He just.
Yeah. Which again, kind of it reinforces the fact that was unintentional. He probably just ended up on the other side of the control line and had nowhere to go.
Yep, and just he had locked it up, trying not to hit Vincent, is what it looked like to me. Sean Sullivan, as well as I believe that is Adam J. Duff right in front of him, within a few tenths of each other. Dealing with a little bit of traffic as well in the process. Oh man, these two coming within a few tenths of each other. Trying not to run into GT4s that they're trying to navigate around either. This track looks busy. I don't know if you guys noticed that or not. You still have that track map up. It looks.
Oh yeah, it's got the lap time. The lap times give me like Laguna vibes. So yeah, they're going to be mixing the classes pretty much throughout this entire race.
Yeah. Ooh, Sean Sullivan closing that gap down to 0.3 into the braking zone. See if he has the answer there. That spin earlier put him behind, I believe, ended up behind Adam J. Duff. Vincent LaRue resetting the fastest lap of the race with that 117.41 as well.
Yeah, just looking in at the field right now. Actually, Ethan Hamlet losing ground to Retro Coffin since finding his way around Kyle Potter.
Well, the GT4 traffic, I think, is going to bring that back into a fight as Retro Coffin has to navigate traffic. And Kyle Potter.
Christopher Blue. Go ahead.
I'll say no. Go ahead.
Ooh, there's a little bit of a hip check, and
Christopher Blue
ends up
is
in the grass.
That's what I was about to talk about.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
No, he was up to first in the AM.
Mm-hmm. He had a pretty good gap as well up until Kyle Potter had to get his way around. Roger Coffin and Ethan Hamlet now within 0.4 of each other because of that GT4 traffic they have just cleared. Let's see these two go at it. The sun continues to set. Nightfall has made itself known.
Yep. In Birmingham, Alabama, night's going to come a little bit early at this date and time on track.
Let's see if we can ride along with. That's not really. I mean, it works, but ride along with Kyle Potter here, what he sees of these two and their battle up ahead of him, as well as they try to navigate more GT4 traffic.
Ooh, Ethan's on the inside. What's about to happen here? Nope, can't get it done.
No, he backed out to not spin Retro Coffin. As we hop on board with these two. Look up the inside because Ethan wants to keep this fight going.
This is crazy.
This is a very intense battle.
Madness.
Roger Coffin's playing it safe. What you got, Logan?
GT4 AM is tightening up. We have Edward Zamora, Oscar Brown, and Christopher Blue all within a second of each other. Second and a half of each other.
Fantastic. Let's hop on board, I think, with Chris Blue, who's third in that right now after the traffic. Oh, Ethan being respectful of those GT4s, letting the traffic work with him. Take a look here. If I can hit the right buttons. These three all under blanket. Andrew Mathias.
4 of them.
Well, yeah, Andrew Mathias as well in the background of this in GT4 Pro, who would love to get his race further up the order as well. And the Adam J. Duff, as well as Sean Sullivan.
Sean's.
Oh, 2x2. Adam J. Duff having a spin there.
Ooh.
And that puts him out. I don't think he quite made contact. We'll have to look here. Take a look.
He is not meatballed.
No, I think.
If it was contact, it was a brush.
Yeah, let's see here if I can get a better view. Yep, there is one. Oh, my. Nope, kept it out of the wall. Man. Sean Sullivan.
Very impressive driving.
Listed as crashed, however, has both Mike Bowen.
Blue.
Oh, this is the same corner just after. 3 into 1, not going to work as Chris Blue comes across the nose. Both of them trying to avoid traffic.
What just happened with that rejoin? Oh my goodness,
This is Chris Blue. There's Shaden on the inside, 3 into 1. Stephen McLean behind him. Both of them getting knocked around. And Sean Sullivan just spinning the car back into the right direction on the racing line. Scott Fleming and Ben Eichen dodging that. The battle between Adam J. Duff and Sean Sullivan continues after that nonsense.
Good
Jaden Ledbetter being marked as going off track as well.
Guys, stop. Get some help.
Amongst all this, Mark Coyne, Nathaniel Baker, Alex Reyes, one of the two, are all within a second of each other, respectively. About a second and a half separate all three of these drivers. Let's hop on with Nathaniel Baker. I haven't listened to enough LMP3 noises to see.
Give us the gyro cam. I want that letterbox.
There you go. There is your gyro box.
Yep, from the mail slot.
Yes. I'll lunge over. Oh, these three are all within a few tenths of each other now. It is heating up for these three drivers as they get into the braking zone for number 7 and 7A and 7B. Can I say that adding just parts to a corner feels worse than just changing the corner numbers? Ooh, Mark Coyne getting stuck behind Christopher Blue there. Nathaniel Baker going to have a run down into turns number 10, 11. Keeping him plenty of space and then taking the inside as Mark Coyne is right behind him now. And he's going to have a little look up the inside of 14. Alex Reyes diving into the pit box. Both of them having a compromise exit of 15, and the battle continues for another lap.
We got Jaden Ledbetter around in 4.
Oh, yeah. And Steve McLean.
And a GT4.
Huh.
What happened here?
Let's take a look. Oh, well, yeah, that'll do it. Let's find out what happened. Stephen Wallace also being... It doesn't go back at me. Well, let's see here. Hold on. Let's see if I can do that and then look over. Yeah. Okay. Well, let's try this again.
Guys, that is not how cars are born.
Yeah. Just.
Oh, he just keeps his foot in it. He just keeps his foot in it.
Yeah.
Classic.
Oh my goodness. I mean, the GT4, I believe technically the GT4 has right away there, but Stephen Wallace jumping to pits after that, having, I believe, enough damage to be a problem. And the rest of the field.
Unfortunate, though.
Yes, very unfortunate for them. And the battle for most of these positions pretty spread out now. I think the closest one is going to be this battle between Jaden and Brett Williams in that silk cut vintage livery.
I'd say go take a peek at Andrew Matias right now.
And Oscar Brown for GT4 overall positions.
Yep. Giving him the flash.
Blinking the crap out of him.
They're all blinking. Everybody's
Oscar
blinking.
Brown's also blinking. I don't know what for,
Yep.
but just say hi. Maybe he's excited to be on the broadcast.
It's like a nudie beach. Like, you want to flash me, I'll flash you. Like that kind of thing. I don't know. Kind of weird. Just saying. You don't need to press the button that much.
No, but they're gonna anyway. Andrew Matthias wanting to get around Mike Gallant as well as Tanner Schiffner Tyler Torville. John Newman trying not to get killed in the process. That is a Gian Cardoso behind him. He's gonna pop out to the side and try to get around all these drivers. Kyle Potter having an off as well, which I think takes him pretty far behind. Oh no. What happened here, Kyle Potter?
That car is woken.
Oh, nope. That's a spin coming out of turn number 5. And he backs it up onto track, tries to get it out of the way, and does so. What happens here?
Is he just...
Okay. It just was him trying to get the power down, and it looked worse than it is. So.
I was like thinking that car was woken.
Gian Cardoso, Benjamin O'Shea, Nathaniel Baker also all together. Mike Bowen resetting the fastest lap of the race with 1:17.04. As well as Brett Williams and Jaden Ledbetter right ahead of them. Andrew Matthias still also trying to get around Christopher Blue, William Lewis, and I believe Matthias and Oscar Brown still in a battle. I have a blinking? Someone. Mark Coyne diving into pit lane, I believe, for an actual pit stop.
Setting it up. He's getting geared up for it. Here comes the two-stopper. Ladies and gentlemen, what you're seeing on screen right now is a reasonable man doing reasonable things with his strategy.
And now we transition back
to Andrew Matias in the pits.
Yep, they're also in as well to get their first stop done of the evening of what I believe is 2.
23 minutes in, they're banking on stretching it out, getting the undercut going.
Brett Williams fighting for his life in front of Jaden Ledbetter, who is looking for a GT4 to punt into Brett Williams' line of fire.
So Ethan Hamlet just sets the fastest lap in GT3 with a 20.8.
Oh, man.
He's cooking.
There's the 20s you were looking for. Him and Retro.
Yeah.
Yep. Both of them 20.8s. Both of them.
Yeah. He's only 0.2 faster, though, than Retrocroppin, who was 21.02. Austin Green getting out of the way of this fight for these two drivers. Jaden lunging up the inside, going 3 into 1, and Jaden backs out of it. It's not a GT4 named William or John Newman.
Yep. I mean, I just want to comment right now for the folks at home that what we're seeing right now is Jaden.
Oh, we got Adam Duff around.
Adam J. Duff once again around. Gets it going, though. Do we have contact? Oh, he got contact with Tanner Schiffner there. Cool. Well, 3 into 1 corner. Adam. Tanner trying to avoid contact, ends up having contact around the outside. Unfortunate there for those drivers. Brett Williams and Jaden Ledbetter still duking it out as they come around once again. Ethan Hamlet still hanging out around 1 second to 2 seconds behind Retro Coffin, who is only 4 seconds behind.
Gian just got in the back of Blue and collected by Pyle.
Oh, let's see here.
Not Pyle. Other Pyle. Driving.
Oh, that's Austin Green getting that bump and run, not intentionally, but had nowhere else to put that car, and he is just sitting there waiting, trying not to be in anybody's way. But he's gotten that car going again. It looks like it's hurting a little bit. That right rear looks a little sad.
He had a good hit there.
Or left rear, excuse me.
So we've got a pit lane stop time of 17.2 from Mark Coyne in LMP3. So I don't think he took tires on that one. I think that was just pure fuel stop. We've got a 20.47 for Eduardo Zamora. I think that might be the same, but a 28.38 for Andrew Matias. He might have taken tires.
That sounds like he took tires.
At least one side.
Yeah.
Benjamin O'Shea is in the pits.
Yeah, he had an off just before it as well. Let's take a look here. Yeah, just a big old off. Keeps it going the right direction, but ends up in pit lane. I wonder if he'll have an unsafe pit entry as a result.
Gian Cardoso is in.
Also in for his pit lane.
Want to remind everybody they do get 2 fast repairs. So
Gian's probably going to use one of those to fix that left rear. That looks very, very sad. Brett Williams getting around Kyle Potter. Jaden Ledbetter trying to find his own way through it. They're going to drag race down. Jaden finally gets his way around Brett Williams.
Jaden back up to 4th.
Yeah. After that spin.
I mean, he's got pace relative to Vincent, it looks like, if you look at last laps. But, I mean, fastest times, Yeah, he's still in there too. But man, let me tell you, Mike Bowen has been cooking.
Yeah, Mike Bowen has been cooking. Scott Fleming just set his fast of the 118.0. Nathaniel Baker also improving his time to a 117.51. Ethan Hamlet now a less than a second behind Retro Coffin, who is trying to get passed by Vincent LaRue. And of course, as soon as I say something about Nathaniel Baker, he's labeled as crash. Ethan Hamlet having to abandon that line to not run into Vincent LaRue. That is unfortunate for him. He's going to have both a slowdown penalty. Yeah. A slowdown penalty for him on top of the slowdown he already got from just having to not kill Vincent LaRue. Jamie, as well as Andrew, battling each other. Mike Gallant, Tyler Tourville, both in the pit lane as well.
Yep.
Mike Gallant on the jacks. And these two.
I think Tyler was as well. Tyler's going to come out with a 26.85 on his pit stop. While Mike Gallant's on there for a little bit longer, almost 30 seconds. Alex Ray is in the pits.
He's in as well for his first of the night. All right. Let's talk strategy. Where, with everybody coming in for their first pit stops, where does that put them in the grand scheme of things? We're just under half an hour of racing completed, still a little over halfway left. Are any of these guys trying to make the one stop happen, do you think?
No.
Yeah, no. I think it's going to be. Can you make the two stop work with this current setup? And I think the one that's going to be closest to maybe making that happen is probably going to be Mark Coyne, if I had to guess. But also, I'm kind of curious what he's going to be sacrificing in terms of overall pace to make that conversion.
Yeah,
we'll have to see. Also, tire degradation. I'm kind of curious how that's going to play out with this longer stint that I'm assuming folks like Mark Coyne, folks like maybe Eduardo Zamora are going to try and push a little bit deep.
Yeah.
Benjamin O'Shea's in that category as well, and Gian Cardoso are going to push deep into the second stint. So we'll see how that shakes out, because while we are dealing with cooler temperatures, they are doing a lot of movement on track to navigate traffic. So I wonder if tire deg is going to be a bit of an issue.
I mean, tire deg is usually high at the circuit anyway, with how technical it is, the number of corners that are all pretty not a whole lot of camber. Yeah. And not, and you're like you said, not close together. So a lot of braking opportunities there. Steve McLean jumping in between Ethan Hamlet and Retro Coffin, who has yet to come in for his pit stop.
Ethan Hamlet with a little bit quicker stop than Retro Coffin. Ever so slightly quicker.
Yep. 21.68 for Ethan, and then 22.2 for Retro. Yeah. Both of them really, really seasoned, so hitting their marks, getting the most out of it.
Interesting. Oh, Oscar Brown trying to avoid Adam J. Duff, almost runs into Benjamin O'Shea as these two LMP3s try to get around the GT3 and GT4. Mark Coyne just deciding to slide in behind Adam J. Duff and not push things any further. Almost locks up those brakes, though.
Got Fleming, Nathaniel Baker,
3-1 again.
Fulton. Steve McLean's taking the door stop to the pit lane. And then we've got Sean Sullivan, Nick Bowen, and Tanner Schiffner. Nick Bowen's actually coming out right now with a 27.38, probably took tires. Tanner Schiffner is a 27.68, probably took tires. So GT4s across the board look like they are taking tires.
Yeah, at least one side, I would have to imagine, with how much they're pushing, especially I would say what I think is going to be their left side throughout so many fast sectors. I definitely believe that those would probably need it further than the rights, but like definitely they're obvious. I definitely believe that they're pushing those tires as much as they can. Andrew Mathias tries to get around Oscar Brown this time, coming up the inside. Oscar Brown having a bit of a interesting race so far. Successful in the pit cycle, keeps him out in second, 6 seconds behind Eduardo Zamora. Andrew Mathias having the look, keeps it behind Oscar for the moment.
Ethan Hamlet is closing in.
Adam J. Duff has not stopped yet. Is he going to try to one-stop it?
He's on his 23rd lap. He's going to be finishing his 24th lap when he comes around, so we'll have to wait and see. I would say it might be possible. I mean, yeah, it might be possible.
I wonder if Retro took tires.
Close.
Because he was wiggling
Retro did
there.
not take tires.
Okay.
He's on. He was a 22-second pit stop, so I'm assuming he did not take tires.
He was wiggling down the start-finish stretch there. And we couldn't tell if that was on purpose or just because it's Retro Coffin doing Retro Coffin things. It's these two.
I mean, he is driving a Porsche.
Well, yeah.
There are two things that he is doing at any given time on the racetrack. He is racing other people, and he is trying to keep the car from killing him.
Yes, that is true. That is always a constant.
Porsche.
It is a Porsche. like you said.
Ethan Hamlet looks like he's got a little bit more straight line speed in the trap in comparison to Retro. 231 to 227 on my data.
Gotcha. And those in kilometers.
Retro's got a weird line.
You can see how much time that cost him there, down to 2/10 between these two drivers. You can see that orange number right next to Ethan Hamlet showing you how close they are as they get around turn number 15 on to the start-finish stretch for another lap. Retro playing the defensive line, then weaving back towards that racing line. Oh.
Ooh, we got Stephen Wallace and Adam J. Duff both showing.
Look at all those cars on track.
Off track. Duff is in the pits.
Oh, he is finally in at just over the halfway mark. I wonder if he is trying to one-stop it. You know?
He might be able to pull it off.
Ooh, we got someone around.
That's Gian Cardoso, I believe.
And you are correct, sir.
Let's take a look at this as the night continues. He's trying to get around what looks to be a couple of GT3s, Austin Green, as well as maybe... Oh, but he just... Does he... Okay, let's ride along board. Let's ride along board with him as this happens. Goes for the overtake, flashes the eyes, and then just... Slides? Yeah, it looks like he just slides.
It was the blind turn. I think he just committed to the turn too early, and then he did a kickflip, and then that was it.
Makes sense. Jaden trying to get around these two cars as they still are battling each other. Really getting to see the night look of how these cars would look at it like at night.
Yeah, terrifying. Yeah.
Definitely unique, especially as, you know, you have cars that don't... Oh, my gosh. Ethan almost getting into the side of Retro Coffin. These two going to be drag racing down to turn number 7 at this point. Retro Coffin having a little bit faster straight line speed there. Ethan giving the position back. Not happy with how that played out by the looks of it.
Right. This is the battle to watch right now. I will keep an eye on some of the stuff we've got going on in GT4. Christopher Williams catching up to William Lewis. And it looks like also Nathaniel Baker catching up to maybe Brett Williams.
Yeah, it's spun William Lewis, and Ethan barely keeping that car going the right direction after having a quick off. Brett Williams also labeled as crashed. We'll see what happened there. This was at the same time. He's coming around. Turner, locks up, trying not to hit William Lewis, and then locks up the brakes, trying to get after braking on the grass. So he keeps that car going the right direction. Sean Sullivan being labeled as having a crash as well. Take a look at that real quick. As he gets that car going the right direction. I think this is more of a self-spin. Yeah, just a little too much rotation. And it gives up the ghost.
Unfortunate.
Barely keeps that out of the wall there. Great heads-up driving. All the same. Ben Eichen as well as Austin Green back into the battle. Gian Cardoso trying to get around these two cars once again. Gian having a bit of a rough night dealing with traffic.
Yeah. That was a typical iRacing moment in that corner as opposed to the Tony Hawk Pro Skater that we saw a couple minutes ago.
Very true. And once again, these two duking it out. As well as these, oh my gosh, these three, with the inclusion Brett Williams, Brett Williams, Nathaniel Baker, as well as Benjamin O'Shea. Let's get another good letterbox dishwasher moment. Let's see what the onboard looks like. Get to see that night light they have inside these cars, which you don't usually see from outside the car. Nathaniel Baker trying to go to the inside of the hall. Christopher Blue getting sandwiched by LMP3s. I'm sure he's not happy to be there.
Oh.
And he's going to get shoved out wide.
And then the sand.
Yeah. Keeps it out of harm's way. Two in front of him. Brett Williams. Having a little bit of a look there. Benjamin O'Shea as well as Nathaniel Baker almost coming into contact as those two are tilted too wide going into turn number 7. That's going to be a slide, and that's going to be a contact between both of them as they go sliding through. Benjamin kind of bring it back, going the right way. Brett Williams going to pick it up. The pieces there. Nathaniel Baker, I think, got away.
Meatballed. He is meatballed.
A meatball. So that is unfortunate for him. I think that is probably that car not turning a direction it should be.
Kyle Potter in the pits.
For 8 seconds.
Quick fuel splash?
I think so. Take a quick look here.
Do we have someone trying to gigabrain this?
I mean, it sounds possible.
If he has the right overlay, he'll have a fuel calculator that'll bring up a green light when, okay, if you pit now, you can make to the end of the race. So I wonder if that's what he's using.
I think we're hitting the point where it's either I use super wide shots that we can see like 20 cars on, or I hit the onboards because we can see the car in front of the car that we're riding along with. We gotta go true endurance night racing TV cameras at this point.
I mean, you're doing a good job. You're keeping us in the action. So I'm still stoked with what I'm seeing on screen. So everybody at home probably is as well.
Yeah, it's possible. Watching these two, this has been the battle that we keep coming back to between Ethan Hamlet, Retro Coffin, both of them within a second of each other for most of the race. I think I see as well Benjamin O'Shea, Brett Williams trying to bring that fight back to each other after that contact earlier. I can't imagine.
I'm showing Matt Pyle as meatballed on my screen.
And I've got a crash
He's
here.
in the pits already.
Oh, this is going to be a hard one to dissect because of the lateness of it. Oh, just hits the grass on the acceleration and just
That's
that you can see the smoke coming out of that engine bay before he jumped to pits.
Yeah, that was last turn too. Damn.
Yeah.
And Stephen McLean is also meatballed.
Oh no, not the doorstop.
No, not the doorstop.
And Austin Green is black flagged.
Austin Green black flag for the incident limit. Oh man. All right, here's Steve McLean. Oh, just too much rotation.
I don't believe that's for the incident limit. I believe that's for something else.
The black flag?
For Austin Green?
Yeah.
What would it be for?
I'm not sure, but I don't think it's for the. I don't think it's for the instant limit. He's sitting on 6 that I can tell.
Okay.
Huh.
Maybe speeding.
It'd be a stop and hold, and he has a drive-through.
So it could be 8 laps since his prior pit stop.
That was a drive-through. He didn't stop on his box at all there. So I think it was a drive-through for instant limit. It could be just a bunch of contact, which don't get labeled as off tracks on our system.
That is true. That, or if he was going into the final complex of corners, he might have gotten pinned across the control line.
Fair.
It's also possible.
Stephen McLean's night goes from bad to worse. Comes out on fresh tires and just gives him too much gas. Has the slowest slide. Stops there. Oh, man. Kyle Potter. Great heads-up driving to not get too freaked out by the lights pointing the wrong direction. But keeps that car going the right direction between all of this. Gian Cardoso, as well as Nathaniel Baker, drag racing down to turn number 1. They both keep through. Alex Rees also a part of this battle. Alex Rees not a part of this battle. That is a Vincent LaRue, who is a lap ahead of these drivers. As he tries to cut away at the 8-second gap between himself and Mike Bowen at the front end of the field. That's what's happening here.
We got Benjamin O'Shea with the black flag.
Oh, he got into it with, that looks like Stephen McLean. Let's see what happened here. Tries to get out of the way. Oh, just gets rear-ended by Benjamin. Who then... Oh, man. Let's see if I can do this. And then this. And then this. Okay, cool. Tries not to hit Brett Williams here. We'll look at this one more time before we hop back onto live action. This is slightly before, about 30 seconds prior to the incident. Brett Williams trying not to get into the rear end of Andrew Mathias. At that stage of the game, hits the accelerometer. Speedometer. Hits the gas pedal. There we go. One of those words. Oh, Scott Ersteven having a moment there, and then he just slides into him. On that narrowly. Great heads-up driving.
We got real round in 1.
Oh, he gets spun by Nathaniel Baker there. Ooh. Both of them into the... Oh, Vincent LaRue manages to not be in the wall. Oh, my gosh.
And hold on to second place.
Yeah. Currently seems to hold on to second. Car looks okay from our onboards. Oh, man.
Yeah, this is wild.
Alex Reis also labeled as crashed. What happens here? Oh, boy. Benjamin Aiken. Oh, he tips. Trying to avoid contact there.
Style points for not hitting the wall.
Yeah. Let's see if I can get the onboard here. Oh, yeah. Just tries not to hit him. Successfully does so, but ends up sliding way out into the runoff there for turn number 1.
Man, the night transition has turned this into a little bit of found footage horror.
Yeah, so, a little bit. Just a little bit here.
I feel like we are finding ourselves. We're gonna discover the Blair Witch in this race. I think that's gonna happen.
By the end of tonight, we will have enough found footage to summon a ghostly entity that lives in the footage that we found. Meanwhile, the battle for overall GT3 lead continues as Retro Coffin and Ethan Hamlet duke it out within a few tenths of each other. The two of them still... Oh, Retro Coffin have a bit of a rough final corner there. Ethan trying to find his way around. Retro taking the defensive line, forcing Ethan to stay behind him for another lap. Further back, I believe it's Sean Sullivan and Austin Green fighting it out. We have more pit stops. Second pit stops of the night for most of these drivers.
Same, Mark Coyne.
Yeah. He's in for in 12 seconds on the box room, right?
Well, 12 and a half. Yep. All right, everybody, push your chips in. Mark Coyne. Does his brain still fit in the LMP3? Good question. Don't know.
We'll find out. Oh, Retrographen's pushing that car pretty hard. You can see it there. As these two. I do find
he catches that GT4 at the wrong time.
Yeah. Ethan gonna slide through as well, just hanging out behind him. I wonder if I can do this real quick. See how many cars are coming out of turn number 15 right now. Oh, Ethan Hamlet gonna have to have the look.
Oh, that was a little bump. Little bump and run.
Oh, this doesn't show me anything. There we go.
I believe that was Nick Bowen they were passing.
Yeah, that or Mike Gallant, I think it was.
Mike Gallant. Yeah.
See, Sean Sullivan also still chasing down Austin Green. Kyle Potter in the mix as well. Ooh, good exit for Sean. 10th between these two drivers. Austin Green taking the more aggressive line through turns number 9 and 10. John Newman trying to stay out of harm's way. Oh, Kyle Potter.
We got
there.
Kyle Potter off.
Yeah, he was just in the background of that. Let's
John
see
Newman's throwing out some dirt too.
What happened there? Oh, he slid to not. Oh, I think he was trying to avoid hitting John Newman and ended up sliding off.
John Newman's in the pits.
Yeah. Scott Fleming, Jaden Ledbetter. Duking it out for position. Maybe. Including, I think that's Jacob Fulton right ahead of them, who's a lap behind them. Oh, boy. Logan, are you a big fan of night races? Oh, man.
Running them, I will tell you after tomorrow night. No, I'm fine with them. If I know the track, I'm good with VIR. IMPC this weekend is going to be dark at the end of it. So, we got, Nick Bowen and Pace car, Dave Lively into each other.
Fall in battle with Jaden and Scott. Let's take a look back.
That's going to cost Nick some spots. Tanner Schiffner, Tyler Torville already passed him. Mike Gallant's closing in
really slow right now.
That was a hard impact for Nick. Let's take a look at the crash. Oh, nope. That is beyond when that happened. Let's take a look here. Has an off track.
No avoiding that. That sucks.
Yeah. Let's take a look here. I want to take a look just a smidgen further back. Nick Bowen. He gets into it once already, trying to not hit Dave Lively. And then following Kyle Potter, this is where the impact happens because he slides. Yeah. Oh.
Nothing he could have done to avoid that. That sucks.
He's jumped to pits.
Wrong place, wrong time for the traffic there. Both LMP3s and GT4s coming together.
Yeah, Bowen is and GT4s coming together. This battle for P3, the bottom step of the podium. Scott Fleming and Jaden Ledbetter still going at it. Sorry, go ahead.
Nick Bowen is meatballed and Dave Lively is black flagged.
Yeah, Jamie is also marked as Touche has marked as a meatball as well. Take a quick look at what happened there. Oh, just a...
Good grief.
Oh, that front end is gone. You can't really see it now.
There's a car there.
There's the car as it dives into pit lane to get put back together. Meanwhile, Ethan Hamlet, Retro Coffin, still in this battle for the overall lead of GT3. Scott Fleming, as well as Jaden Ledbetter, also in a heated battle. Taking a look at both of those fights. Sean Sullivan, Austin Green, also in their battle of their own, shortly behind these two. In addition to that, Christopher Blue, Eduardo Zamora in the battle for the second and third spots on the GT4 AM podium that they're getting passed by right at this moment.
Good grief, there's stuff happening everywhere.
You think this track is busy enough?
No.
Okay.
No, I think we need one more class on here.
Oh my god.
GTPs, clearly.
Ice. Oh.
Watch carnage ensue.
Yeah, I mean,
Ethan.
Why not add the realist class in this game to the action? I think it'll be interesting.
I do think it'd be fun to have an LMP 1, 2, and 3.
Oh, Jesus.
Man, you definitely woke up and chose violence.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's all prototypes. It's my favorite part. I could add in the Radical SR10s and go real crazy. Which the Radical
SR10s
SR10s...
kind of be fun.
It would be, but they would be listed as slower than the LMP3 and be faster than the LMP3. We'd have the TCR BMW M2 CS problem that we have at NERB.
Joke word.
These two
we got
separate,
so much close action, dude. Seriously.
Yeah. 210s separate these two drivers as he tries to not kill Nick Bowen, who has already died once. Oh, Jaden, I think going for the bump.
Okay, I was like, wait a minute, I'm confused. I was like, I don't see a car yet. The lights, where are they?
Man.
I mean, we got this battle here. We got Christopher Blue, Eduardo Zamora. That one's pretty crazy as well.
Yeah, let's take a look at Eduardo Zamora. We haven't done a roll bar of an Aston Martin tonight. Now we have.
Benjamin O'Shea's yellow flagged.
Oh, another spin for him.
Ooh. Wow, what a line.
Oh.
Like, there is a corner there. You will have to take it.
The apex is
Eventually.
somewhere. Yellow. Benjamin O'Shea. The Austin Green, Sean Sullivan, I believe, as well as Kyle Potter, all also in a battle of their own. Taking a look for just a brief moment to see where that's at. Oh. All right. As well as the overall leader hiding out behind Kyle Potter there, 21 seconds ahead of Scott Fleming, or excuse me, of Vincent LaRue, who's another 16 seconds ahead of Scott Fleming, even after the spin he had.
So, I just want to say this out loud real quick.
Yeah.
Mike Bowen is going to be finishing his 43rd lap. He pitted on lap 24.
Okay.
And we are almost at the 57-minute mark. Just going to leave that out there
Okay.
for everyone to think about. Because the math, it doesn't math.
The numbers, Mason, what do they mean?
Yeah. So it'd be interesting to see, because if he pitted at 24 and he's doing tank for tank, liter for liter, he can go 48 on that. And he's on lap 43 right now with 57 minutes on the clock.
Yeah, Dave Lively getting past there. I mean, it's possible. It'd be a very interesting one-stop if that was the case.
Yep.
I think a splash and dash might be in order for some of these drivers.
Mm-hmm.
Now, with that said, he does have a 19-second lead on Vincent LaRue, so he does have some space to play in terms of doing some fuel save. But
I feel like that was much larger just a moment ago.
Yeah.
Austin Green with a 1 second pit stop.
A stop and go. I guess all you needed was a second of fuel.
Huh. Okay.
Well, depending on when he pitted before that.
Oh, Oscar managing to stay out of it and holding on to that lead in GT4 AM right now. Eduardo Zamora is 0.3 away from Christopher Blue. Less than.
Yeah, these two looking pretty feisty as they go into turns number 9 and 10. Oh, less than a 10 separating them as Eduardo Zamora backs out. Almost gets into the rear end there as Scott Fleming and Jaden Ledbetter have to duke it out as well. Jaden rapidly catching that car before it became a
driving nightmare.
Yeah, driving nightmare. Actually runs into them. Oh, Jaden trying to find his way around. Oh, that's going to be a little bit of contact for them. Great save from Eduardo to keep it going.
Yeah. Torville's in the pits.
Tyler Torville diving in from second in GT4 Pro. Mike
Gallant and Jake
Hewitt has a black flag.
Oh, they gave Christopher Blue enough incident points to have a black flag. That is unfortunate.
Will we get the record for the most incidents in a race? Tune in next week on Dragon Ball Z.
Vince LaRue cutting another 3 seconds out of the lead Mike Bowen has. Mike Bowen is setting 120 lap times. His most recent time by up until just now.
I mean, I'm just saying he's on lap 45.
That is a crash from Christopher Blue and Eduardo Zamora. What happened there?
Maybe just late on the brakes?
No. Just.
Oh.
I look like netcode almost took him. Let me see if I can start that over again and then hop on board with Eduardo Zamora.
Hop on Zamora, yeah.
Yeah, let's see if I can do that.
Even getting an aerial shot would probably be helpful.
Yeah. Let's see. There we go.
Although
it just doesn't look like he broke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looks like he gunned it in there. Not gunned it, but like.
Yeah. We'll take one more look, see if I can get.
Christopher Blue's in the pits.
All right. What happened?
Got in the back of him.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate.
Both Chris and Eduardo in the pits. Ethan Hamlet in the pits. Or no, excuse me, Retro Coffin in the pits.
Retro Coffin in. Benjamin O'Shea. Benjamin O'Shea and Jim Cardoso. Now within a second of each other. Mike Bowen.
Last lap. Wow. Go ahead, sir. You got it. You got it.
Mike Bowen setting the fastest lap, this most recent time by 1:16.51. About a second faster than they were.
I don't think he's fuel saving.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I don't think he's fuel saving.
Especially not as he is bisecting GT4s. Jaden Ledbetter.
John Newman's black flag. All right, meatballed. Sorry.
Oh no. He has entered pits and then left pits. He took his fast repair only. And Jaden and Scott Fleming back at it again in this battle for the bottom step of the podium. Hit on 23 and 24 respectively. Do you think they're going to try to one-stop it with 8 minutes left to go?
That's a good question. Ethan
Is
Hamilton
this going to be Fuji all over again?
Mm-hmm.
Alex Reyes is in the pits. Vincent LaRue's in the pits.
Yeah. Let's see how this all shakes out. Jaden also boxed this lap last time. Same lap as Vincent, I should say, and that's happening again.
Yep.
Let's see where Retro Coffin is at the moment. He's currently coming down turn number 15 to finish off the lap. Oh my goodness. Ethan Hamlet, 3 seconds faster. Am I reading that right?
Yep. It's up 7.37 compared to 10.75.
Oh. So that is a pit stop.
Vincent LaRue comes out behind Scott Fleming.
Gotcha. Who has not pitted yet, same as Mike Bowen.
Brett Williams is in. Mike Bowen is in.
Oh man, off from the lead of the race.
Brett Williams is meatball.
Yeah,
meatball, yeah. What happened with him?
Yeah, let's take a look here. Just crunches his front left into that barrier, and that is why he has a meatball. Thankfully,
that be also Ron Newman had a
could be, yeah.
meatball?
It's possible.
Could be, yeah.
Alex
Mike Bowen's
Reyes
out. Does he get out ahead of Scott Fleming?
I believe so. Yeah, by 10 seconds, almost. Alex Reyes also black flagged.
Brett Williams is having a long stop. He is at 50 seconds.
I wonder if he was out of fast repairs and has to manually repair
it. GT3 battle is getting spicy again.
Yep, Retro's 3/10, 4/10. The traffic is keeping this close.
Oh, Retro off track there. Damn.
Retro's black. No. Alex Reyes is black flag. I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Scott Fleming is in. Vincent LaRue takes second place back.
Yeah, Vincent LaRue taking back that place. I think that is going to solidify. We have one more fight left in the LMP3s. Sorry, two more, including Gian Cardoso as well as Benjamin O'Shea. As we watch Gian Cardoso. Speaking of that battle between those two, that's going to be an impact there. Benjamin's looking for that inside line. He's forced to take the outside. Retro Coffin unfortunately knocked out of a second gap between these two drivers as he's trying to find his own way through. Scott Fleming, Jaden Ledbetter back in the battle they had before the pit cycle.
Ian is black flagged.
Gian is black flagged. Unfortunate.
Yeah, it's probably going to put him down. I don't know if it's going to put him past Jacob Fulton.
I don't think it will be. All right, it may actually. Excuse me. Oscar Brown labeled as crashed. That is the inside of the final corner.
Oh man, and Oscar Brown was having such a good race.
Such a good
race. He was having a damn good race.
Oh, I think he parked it.
Yeah,
ran, I guess.
I don't know. He's going again. I'm not sure.
Huh.
Weird. Either. Yeah. Well,
maybe a technical failure.
Possibly.
Oh, he's still in the lead.
Yeah.
Somehow.
Wow.
I mean, it's 40 seconds on. 40 seconds on Chris Blue.
Yeah.
See Jaden Ledbetter trying to keep up with Scott Fleming for the third stop of the podium. Retro Coffin is trying to close back down that gap to Ethan Hamlet at this point. Take a look at a couple of these. Right behind this battle we're watching here between Retro and Ethan is going to be that battle between Scott Fleming and Jaden Ledbetter. As all these drivers keep working their way around the track. All right, final predictions, closing minutes of the race. Ooh, big off from Scott Fleming is going to give that position to Jaden Ledbetter as Mike Bowen sets the fastest lap of the race once again.
Jesus. Ooh, we got Audi around.
Ben Eichen. He's back going the right way then.
Or was it O'Shea? I don't know. It was a green car.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
It was O'Shea
Okay.
because
Oscar
black
Brown,
flag.
yeah, ran off, and then he has gotten black flagged from that loss of control. Oh. Okay.
Wow, this race. I don't
No
think I've seen
predictions.
this many. I don't see this. I've never seen this many black flags.
Yeah. I don't think I've seen this.
Jaden's
many.
been training.
Yeah. Yeah.
Been training people.
Black flag, Ledbetter, more like black flag track limits racing. the whole league. Not really, but
I mean, this has been, to be fair, like the thing that has been kind of, I think, catching people out is just the slightest off track in a complex with a blind corner, and suddenly people have to take evasive action.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I bet that's probably been the majority of the rack up, if I'm honest.
Yeah.
I mean, I do see some off track counts at like 25
Yeah.
off tracks. I mean, it's just been a tough race. Like this has been one of the toughest races I've ever seen these guys a part of. This has just been brutal.
It's been brutal because the sunset into night race. Oh,
Gian's
Gian.
around, got into William Lewis.
Oh. Let's take a look on board with Gian Cardoso trying to get through.
And who's off avoiding? That's Eduardo Zamora.
Jake Hewitt gets bumped there.
Oh, Jake Hewitt. Okay.
Yeah, that's okay. Also red, and then that was a GT4.
I think there was a contact there.
Yeah, that was the contact with Eduardo. Yeah, just trying to avoid action there. Yeah. Meanwhile, checkered flag is out for Mike Bowen, who has come home the winner, 16 seconds to the good of Vincent LaRue in second.
Wow.
Jaden Ledbetter will round
ups and downs.
Jaden Ledbetter will round out that podium another 20 seconds behind both of them. Ethan and Retro Coffin are bringing this down to the wire. Less than a few couple corners to go, and Ethan has to not hit a GT4, which is going to bring that fight all the way down to the wire. Half a second separate these two drivers. But I think it is going to go the way of Ethan Hamlet, just ahead of Retro Coffin by just small margins, as the Adam J. Duff looks like he's run out of fuel as he's coming around the final couple corners. 3 wide as Benjamin O'Shea tries to get around. I believe that sees Tanner Schiffner take home the checkered flag for GT4 Pro ahead of Jake Hewitt and Mike Gallant. Oscar Brown almost a lap ahead of Christopher Blue and John Newman take home take home that podium. Oh man. Okay.
What a wild race, huh?
What
Holy
a
Moses.
race. We have, I think, feature results here. Let's see if I can pull them up. All right. We'll take you through. I'll lead us off, and we'll all take turns to make sure we got it all right. Mike Bowen comes home the winner of LMP3, 15 seconds ahead of Vincent LaRue. Jaden Ledbetter rounding out that podium, another 20 seconds behind Vincent. Scott Fleming, our last LMP3 driver on the lead lap. And Mark Coyne round out the top 5. Benjamin O'Shea, Brett Williams, Jacob Fulton, Gian Cardoso, Alex Reyes, and I believe we have one more. That's going to be Nathaniel Baker, who does not finish that race. Our 11 drivers that finish the LMP3 category. Phil, GT3, a fantastic race between all those drivers.
Yeah. Ethan Hamlin on top. Retro Coffin giving Ethan a run for his money. And Retro getting the points finish in the heat race is going to give him a little bit of a bump to close out that gap after coming in second in the feature. Kyle Potter in third, a very dramatic race for Kyle Potter. Ben Aiken manages to survive in the Audi, so hats off to him. Sean Sullivan in fifth with Adam J. Duff in sixth, Austin Green seventh, and Stephen McLean in eighth.
All right. GT4 Pro Logan.
Oh. All right. We got Tanner Schefter bringing it home in first, Jake Hewitt in second, Mike Gallant in third, Andrew Matthias in fourth, Matt Pyle in fifth, Nick Bowen in sixth, Tyler Torville in seventh. Wonder what happened to him. 18 laps down is Stephen Wallace, and Nathaniel Redmond did not finish.
I don't think he even started because he was 47 laps down.
Oh, yeah. He did not start.
After that incident in the heat race.
Right.
Last but certainly not least, Oscar Brown started second in the qualifying, comes home with a win today, with consistency being, I think, the key there. Christopher Blue coming home second, as well as John Newman in third. A fantastic podium for Newman after, I think, a pretty hectic race for all of these drivers. Eduardo Zamora and William Lewis round out the top 5. Jamie Touchy is in sixth, and Dave Lively finishes 10 laps down. I'm not sure he quite saw the checkered flag, but was there for almost all of the race. Closing thoughts. I think that does it. That has been a heck of a race.
I'm cooked. Like, genuinely?
Yeah.
That was wild from start to finish.
That was a busy racetrack.
Yeah, I think it's going to be interesting to see when we get the drop rounds calculated.
I think so.
Right.
The front end of GT3 is going to be interesting. Front end of LMP3 also going to be interesting. And man, I'm telling you, the drama in GT4 in particular, I think, I just think if people are looking for an exciting finish to a season, I don't think Indy could be set up better if we tried.
I don't think so.
Definitely going to want to check that one out next week.
Yeah. Logan?
The comments in chat, man. Listen to the comments in chat.
Oh, yeah, go for it.
Go for it.
Holy moly, that was stressful. And then killed a GT3. I couldn't see it in front of the LMP in front of me. I mean, again, the traffic stuff.
Yeah.
So, anyway, Logan, you were going to say.
There was just something going on at all point in time. Next week is going to be easy.
Yeah.
That's all I got.
Man, it was crazy. Such a crazy race. But yeah, I think Indy's going to be one people are going to want to check out. So next week, same bat time, same bat channel.
Oh, man. Yeah,
you gonna need a cold shower after that one?
I'm gonna need something. A cold shower, a scotch, something to just reset. No, I think it's gonna be a fantastic finale next weekend at Indianapolis Motor Speedway on the road course, which I think is just the right type of driving for these cars to finish out a season. I think the big thing will be the safety incident limits there. Having a drive-through for one reason or another is going to be brutal on the lap time, especially because we talk about how we can feel the passage of time when we go down that pit box, or the pit lane.
Yeah.
I think that will be
definitely
big
gonna be
things.
tough.
Yeah, to keep in mind for next week. P10 overall, P3 in group. Heck yeah, a fantastic finish.
Good job, John.
Yeah. Well, nicely done. I felt like I was driving in a tunnel. Yeah. Oh, that's night racing for you, especially when there's no lights.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yep. It's a tough track in the daytime.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Word.
Rough start, but I'll take P4. Yeah. That was a fantastic. Like there, I think the unsung stories of stuff that we didn't get to see because of how much was going on, all the activity we saw, was the number of unsung recovery drives. You know, John Newman, Ben Eichen, a lot that had these early spins and came back to really solid finishes. Pit entry was invisible.
Oh, I bet.
It was crazy. The one thing also that I think the drivers are going to be looking forward to is, other than the oval section, Indy's flat. So it's going to be there's going to be no real opportunities for blind corners to catch you out.
Yeah.
Like here, it was pretty crazy.
Definitely the Audi's fault. I mean, you are driving an Audi. That is, I think it is entirely the Audi's fault, Ben.
I mean, you driving the Audi is a choice.
Yeah.
So
that is a choice. Yeah. Out of the what, like 50,000 GT3 options.
Yep. You chose the killing one.
Yeah. The one that will randomly kill you, not the one that'll predictably kill you.
It's crazy. You actually like activated the trap card on yourself. So, but that's okay. That's fine.
Oh.
Should we find someone to send it over to?
We certainly shall.
Someone's going to be very happy with this many viewers.
We'll have to. Yeah. If you guys are out there, no, I was going to do my usual plug while you found someone to raid. If you guys are interested in any of this stuff, or you liked the racing that you saw tonight and you want to be a part of this action, usually not this insane. We usually don't go to Barber in the middle of the night. We usually go to much more reasonable things like Indy road course during the day. Or we go to Fuji in the rain, which I've heard that was also a time. So one of the two. Sometimes we go to normal places. Sometimes we go to other crazy places. But if that seems like you're kind of driving, you want to get in on the LMP3 or GT4 classes, as well as GT3, though I think we're on a wait list at the moment, as we usually are. You can check us out, Track Limits Racing. Either we have a bunch of links, but the Discord one we can throw there in the chat will get you to where you can get signed up and be a part of this action if that's what your interest is. We have one more race of this season, but we'll have a whole nother season to round out the year coming up probably shortly after. And yeah, next week, 7 days time, we're back for the last doubleheader of the season at the Indy Road Course for, I believe we have a pretty solid finisher. Is it a extended race as well? I'm trying to remember off the top of my head. Mm-hmm. Of course, I'm blanking on the actual timing of it. It's going to be 100 minutes on that feature race for Indy. So not quite 2 hours, not quite what we got with the Road America at the mid-season special, but a long one for the shootout to the finish of the season. We'll apply all these drop rounds that we've been talking about for all the drivers in that championship standings, get those numbers ready so that way we can have a very easy, clean rundown to the finish of the season. Yeah.
Could be exciting. Could be a good show.
Yeah, that'll be, I think, a fantastic one. We found someone to raid.
Well, I have a question for you. Do you like tacos?
Okay.
Love tacos.
What kind of tacos? But the answer is yes.
Yeah. I mean, tacos are great. Do you like planes? Have you ever thought about tacos and planes together?
Oh, okay. Where is this going?
Yeah. Because we're gonna go raid Mr. Taco Plane 91, who's doing the NEC 6 hour right now.
Oh, dude,
two drivers.
Okay, that's what I did. I did that today, so we can talk about that. Yeah. I did the 2 hours. I did 2 hours of the 6 hours. I really like 2.5. It wasn't quite only 2, but I did 2 hours of the 6 hours with one other driver. So
yeah, so he's currently Black Flag Motorsport 81 car currently in third in GT4.
Fantastic.
Go say hi to him from Track Limits Racing. Yeah.
Awesome.
You want to close this out?
Yeah, certainly. I've been Fettuccini. Joining in the booth with me, as always, is going to be Phil and Logan. We'll be back in 7 days' time for the finale here. We're going to go raid those individuals doing the NEC and have a blast with that. Thank you all very much for watching. We will catch you all in 7 days' time for Indy and the finale.
Yeah.
Good night, guys.
Yep. Have a good night, everybody.